What's up, everybody? Welcome back to your favorite wrestling podcast. It is the Monday Night Wave, baby. We back with a good PLE episode. The Royal Rumble just happened. 30 men, 30 women. 2 out of 3 falls count tag match, and a pretty dope ladder match happened. And we about to get into everything. I guess now, the beginning of mini season. I go by Jay, aka the Lonely One. Damn, I can't even say it.
The baby face is baby face.
The baby face is baby face. You know,
audible chocolate.
Reed, you know? Potable chocolate. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. We back. We in the building. But I wouldn't be anything without my co-hosts, both of them. So we're gonna pass it off to the left to my man, the one, the only, the Quattro. Take it away.
Yeah, baby, it's monster trucks and PBR, baby. We talking NASCAR in Indianapolis. Yeah, except for this time, it ain't NASCAR, baby. It's the Royal Rumble. We tossing people over the front rope, the top rope, the bottom rope, the middle rope. It don't even matter the rope, baby. Well, it does matter because it needs to be the top rope. But I am the wild card. Yes, I am. Yeah. I am the king of gorgeous. I'm way more handsome than Jeff Gordon, baby. I can tell you that. Yee-hoo! I am Mr. Sexy Ass Louder. It's not Dale Earnhardt Jr. It's me, baby. And his name is Hero, and I am Yee! Woo! Welcome back to the Monday Night Wave.
That just reeked of no teeth.
Mountain Dew, baby. I bathe in it.
You said that boy got chew in his gums?
Man.
Got a big old spit of tobacco. Hey, what's good, man? It is entry number 3 for the Monday Night Wave Royal Rumble podcast. That's right. I am the third mic, the other co-host, the OTC, the embracer. I embrace the Fatu movement. You know what I'm saying? I also, you know what I'm saying? Listen, either you lay down or you get your ass beat down. You know what I mean? Come on, let's get to it.
I hate to make a bad pun, but DT's bearing the lead because he's really good at barbecuing and cooking meat. So he's also the embracer. I'll see myself.
There should be a pause.
There
should be a pause somewhere in there. It made me uncomfortable.
Hey, exit stage left, my nigga.
I shall do that. He braces that.
That was kind of crazy.
Pause.
I think it doubled down.
You want your 5-star classics? No, not me.
In news and rumors, we got WWE announced that they're doing a show called Evolve on Tubi. I believe Tubi is a free platform. I would not know. I've heard about it. I've seen some crazy ass movie clips.
It is
not for me. But apparently they're going to add another show. I think we're talking pre-pod or pre-production about like just what that could look like. Maybe it's a platform for, you know, international stars and whatnot to get their shit off, or indie stars. My bad, not international. I'm assuming it's more so. Oh, I guess that works too. I'm assuming more so like a dark elevation, just kind of like get some reps in like the WWE kind of like framework. Yeah, I don't have any expectations for it. Like, what you think? What you got?
Yeah. So Evolved. I don't know if it's always been something connected with the E or not, but Evolved used to be like an indie show. I think it used to. Honestly, I think it did used to be connected. I think it used to be like a FCW thing. It used to be like a way to get, like, you would go to Evolved before you would go to like NXT or something like that. So when Evolved was super booming, like Matt Riddle was there, Keith Lee was there, some other notable names used to be there. So I think they're trying to recapture that. Just like in the commercial for the show tonight, one of the things that was said is like, oh, people might be able to earn a shot to NXT or Raw or even SmackDown. So I want to say that they're trying to they're trying to recapture kind of that feel, I think. with the NIL type stuff and like with the, you know, an indie show. So that's what I kind of think it is. I'm not fully sure because Evolve used to be over. That was kind of over my head when I got back into the game, but to my knowledge, it used to be like something that you would do like a GCW or a Prestige before maybe you got a call, the phone call from E saying like, yo, come to NXT, come to PC type of thing. So I think it's similar, but they actually might have a deal. So I think it might be another version of the NIL or something like that. Either way, I feel like it is a good opportunity for people to get some spotlight, indie talent. And I'm assume the indie talent can be from anywhere. That's why I was like, oh, it might be international. Who knows? And also, I think it's we talked about it when the AEW Shockwave news first came out, and I made some jokes. I was like, "Oh man, AEW is going to be on Tubi. That's going to be wild because, you know, it's free." But also did backtrack when afterwards. I'm like, "Well, Tubi is a platform that literally everyone can get. You can put it on your phone. You can put it on your PlayStation. You can put it on your smart TV. It's free." It's just like
accessibility.
It's just like having Pluto TV or any of these other free streaming services. And when it comes to Tubi, although it is fun to make fun, like it's really easy to make fun of because they have stupid ass movies like The Rapper who was shot in the foot, or, you know, all this other like these easily like C-rated movies.
No, it's bad.
They do actually have some really good content, like high key. Like I dead ass would suggest everyone to download it. Just to have it. They have all the Scooby-Doos. They have the Bob Ross shit. They have a lot of Power Ranger content. They have a lot of random anime content. Like, you can watch a lot of Planet Earth stuff. Like, they have Tubi actually and Pluto TV. Like, they actually have a lot of good shit for free. If you ever need a free streaming service, like maybe you're out of town or something, and like you're at an Airbnb.
Hold on, we're not getting paid.
Hey, Tubi, cut the motherfucking check.
We're not getting paid. We're not getting paid for all this free ad, man. Like, goddamn.
You're right. My bad. I will write a commercial. I'll write a commercial next week. My bad.
Pay us, man. This nigga like, hey, Tubi got everything. Hey,
I'm not saying they got everything. I'm just saying they do have some good content. Like it's one of those things that it's easy to make fun of. Like I still make fun of it, but I have Tubi on my TV, and like I went to sleep watching Scooby Doo or Inspector Gadget or some shit. They got Sailor Moon on that bitch.
You are still putting them over.
My bad.
God damn.
My bad. Triple H paid me then. Somebody paid me. My bad.
Shit. I'm gonna write this nigga, man.
I'm gonna write a commercial.
Tubi pod. Fuck.
I'm gonna write a commercial right now.
God damn.
Put these niggas all the way over.
They got mad heat right now. Shit.
Can they find a Monday Night Wave on Tubi? Shit. Let us know.
Yeah. Send the check. Nigga,
send it. Send that check.
Fuck. So yeah, we're gonna see what that's about. We're gonna see. No, it's nuts. It's nuts. For the listeners who don't know, DT been putting a kufi on everybody, and the picture that Hero got, it got him looking Nation of Islam. It got him looking. Looking brothers and bean pods. He looking like.
The funny thing is, because DT's also in this picture with me, but he doesn't have a kufi on, but he has like a fucking. He has like a vest on. I'm the only one.
He got you. Minister Hero Farrakhan right now. He got you looking solid.
Hey,
that boy looking like a foreign exchange student.
We are the nation. A domination.
I do. I really do look like I'm happy to be here. I'm gonna make it my blue sky. Look, I'm very
happy to be here.
I got that visa right before Trump took office.
For sure. Oh fuck. Okay. Damn, there's nowhere to spin this. I guess we'll start here. Triple H got inducted into the Hall of Fame. Is he the first one announced for 2025? I don't think we've heard anybody else.
He's the first. He's
the first. So the game got inducted into the Hall of Fame as a singles competitor. I don't think anybody here could disagree that it's not deserving. Like, he's definitely done everything. Like,
no, only trolls are disagreeing with that. I feel like
it's like what we arguing for. Like, it's the game, the cerebral assassin. Like,
he put himself in. Okay.
And he didn't even put himself in, or at least from like the way it was presented. Like
I
don't think the booker can control who goes into the Hall of Fame.
No,
I think he can. I think they have a conversation about who can go in. I don't think he put himself in though.
I mean, I don't know. We don't work there. I'm gonna say they don't, but maybe they can. Maybe they do have a conversation. But like, at the end of the day, no. Like, you're right. He didn't put himself in. If you see the video, you see, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Stephanie. He looks very
shocked, surprised.
Yeah, shocked, surprised,
confused.
Like, what the fuck is going on?
And he's not that good of an actor. Granted, he's. Yeah. If you've seen Blade 3, you know that. So I don't think he's faking. I don't think he's faking.
Damn.
Also, his
this
stunt.
nigga will big up Tubi, but shoot at Triple H's acting skills. Nigga, we ain't never getting on.
Hey, Blade 3 was not a good movie, bro. They had a CGI Wesley Snipes' eyes, bro. Like, what are we talking about? This nigga refused to open his eye. DT, you didn't know what? Wait, you don't know that?
I'm gonna have to go back and watch it because I don't remember that.
Okay, it's the scene where he's like in a hospital, like they CGI his eyes because Wesley Snipes refused to open his eyes for whatever reason. Like, it's a huge thing. Like, if you a quick Google, it will pop up. Like,
that's
yeah, like and you can see the clip. It's CG, like they CGI'd his eyes opening because he refused to open them in the scene. Absolutely wild.
Okay. Yeah, Triple H is part of the Hall of Fame. First in the class of 2025. Is there anybody you would like to see be inducted? Anybody who hasn't been inducted yet that you're interested in seeing? I've been seeing like some rumors that people are looking like to see Bray get inducted. Is there anybody that we could possibly think of that would fit in this class?
I don't really know what their parameters are or anything like that for this stuff. Bray would be great, and doing it this year would be good, I feel like, but they could also wait till next year because, I mean, people wanted him last year, but it felt too soon. So honestly, this year might be really good for it, especially if the Wyatt Six have a program, which, spoiler alert, we get a possible new member tonight. So it could work. I would like to see China as a solo star, and I've seen and a lot of people want that. Granted, there is some slight complications because she went to the adult industry afterwards and all this other stuff. But you can also blame BKM. You can also blame BKM for some of that stuff, if you want to. Other than that, no, I would have to look. I would have to look at everyone who's already in it. And obviously some people are in it twice, so this is technically Triple H's second Hall of Fame because he's in there first for DX. So this is his solo, like you said. Ric Flair's in there 2 or 3 times. I think Hogan's in there twice. So there are some people that are in the multiple times. So I would have to literally look at the entire Hall of Fame roster to be like.
From what I'm seeing, there's Batista. There is the Hardys. There is Michelle McCool. Umaga would be a really solid one to put in there. So there's a couple that we definitely could have. I think Umaga would be mad dope to put in there. Umaga was a fucking demon. But yeah, they got some options. Batista is also a no-brainer. I don't think there's anything that you could possibly say to not put Batista in there. That's if he wants to be in there.
The only reason I want to see him in there is because I need to see him do his entrance. I walk for miles inside this pit of danger.
Such a good workout
probably
song.
has one the best.
Oh, it's easily one of the best.
Yeah,
the machine.
I gotta go. I can't say it's the best, but I'm pretty sure it's in my top 3.
It's very fire. It's very fire. It's a very fire.
In not so fire news, Asuka puts out a PSA that she's been feeling in danger. People's been approaching her at the airport. She's also said that, or asked that people stop, professing their love for her, and it's making it really weird. And then she also said later that E and TKO have reached out to kind of help protect her and make her safe. Yeah, stop being weird, people. leave these people alone. If you're not at a meet and greet and you getting your shit signed, like leave these people alone in public, bro. Like they just regular people. And contrary to like, you know, what their characters may portray on TV, like that's not real life. I don't know
do
how
not know them.
Like
you do not know them. You don't know these people at all. Just mind your space. Stay the fuck back. Tell them you love their work. If you like Jay said, if you're doing a meet and greet and they signing shit, get your shit signed. Don't be calling them by their government names because you feel cool because you know their names. You know their character. Yeah. Stop with the weirdo shit.
I'm telling you, bro.
It's weird. Stop stalking them at the airports to sign your 1,000 pop figures. Stop stalking them at their
stuff
hotels.
To their houses, bro.
Sending stuff to their actual real addresses. It's extremely weird. To piggyback off of what both of you just said, like there are moments where you can naturally run into these people. When SummerSlam was in Vegas, I ran into Rhea. I got a picture of Rhea. I ran into her and Giovanni. They were both walking. They were by the fountain, the Bellagio. Was it Bellagio or Caesar fountain? Whichever fountain that is. Anyway, they were both walking. I got a picture of Rhea. Giovanni didn't give me one. That's a whole other story. He owned my shit list, but. A couple days later, I ran into Priest as he was at a gambling table. If you like, it's again like these are regular people. They're just like anyone else. Doesn't matter the celebrity. Doesn't matter anything else. Like if you approach them respectfully, they will do shit. But if you like come off stalking them, come off really weirdo shit, come off like sending things to their personal house that obviously no one should know about, like it's alarming. It's weird. It's a huge red flag, and it's extremely fucking scary. And Asuka, like a lot of talent, but particularly a lot of Japanese talent, they are very secretive. Like Asuka has a whole family that as tapped in as I am, I don't know what they look like, but also I never looked to find out what they look like because I don't need to know. So it's like just leave. Treat these people with respect. Treat anyone with. We should be walking around treating everyone with respect. It doesn't matter.
Walk off. It's cool. If you're gonna know, it's cool, bro. Like,
yeah, just because you approach them respectfully too, don't mean that they have to do anything.
No, exactly. No. Especially if they're like in the middle of eating or in the middle of a like. There's so many stories whether it comes from musicians or athletes or wrestlers or whoever it is like, oh, this person, I would have given them a picture, but they literally asked me while I'm having a fucking date in the middle of my steak, or they literally asked me as I'm at the urinal or something. Like there's a time and moment for stuff. And if you can't get it at that moment, it is what it is. Just take a screenshot from 60 yards away or something. I don't know. But, like, leave these people alone. Like, they treat them like normal human beings, bro. Like, no one wants to, like, you're on a date with a baddie and then, like, a fucking weirdo who didn't shower is like, can I get a picture with you? Like, you don't see me eating?
Hey, especially if you smell like, Buddy from the show.
Like, you know, or fucking, like, you're just walking down the street is like, I hate what you did to Cena. Like, it's a show. Like,
that's crazy.
I mean, and like, you can even go even further than that, where there's like people from like the show The Boys, or people from like Game of Thrones or Stranger Things. They're getting death threats off of what their character does. Like, this is TV, you guys. Like, I know the internet and VR like kind of scrambled our brains as humans, but like all these people are people, and they're playing characters. The famous meme with Ben Affleck from Silent J, Bob and Silent Bob and Jay, like it's like they're fictional characters. They're playing made up people. So treat them like actual human beings. Treat them how you would want to be treated, which is a very cliche thing, but it's real as fuck. Just treat these people how you would like to be treated.
In closing, don't be weird. Just let people have their privacy, bro. It's all people got. Kicking off Rumble, we get an opening shot of Stephanie welcoming everybody out. You know, welcoming the crowd and whatnot, getting us in for the start of the Royal Rumble. And it kicks off with the Women's Rumble. And I think this is not my favorite. Second favorite match of the night, for sure. I think the women the women had some moments here. But it kicks off with Io at number 1 and Liv at number 2. First off, how do we feel about the graphics at the bottom of the screen with the info of like, how many times they've been in the Rumble, who's been in the longest, like how we feel about the constant information being like uploaded throughout like the show?
DTL.
Anybody? Nick, like
I done a lot of talking. No, I done a lot of talking. You go first.
It was great. I think it gives the fans who are not tapped in the ability to see what's going on, follow what's going on. I think it was dope. It felt like real sportish, like ESPN. So I liked it.
Yeah,
I liked it as well. My wife liked it. I thought it was cool as shit. Like you get to see what country they're from. You get to see, the height and the weight. It gives you like those fight card type stats, but it also gives you the Royal Rumble stats. And the way that they designed it, like I called it a UI, but that might be video game knowledge. But like to me, it was like I don't know, it was really well placed and it made sense, and like visually it made sense. So it wasn't like it was capturing to the eye, but it wasn't jarring to the eye to where it distracted you, And also, it was cool in the sense because when Jimmy came through, and it was like, this is his third Rumble. I'm like, what? Like, that actually shocked me. It was like, this is Jimmy's third fucking Rumble? So that means these last 2 years, he was in his first, or his second 2? When was his first? Like, so that made me question shit because I've been watching since 2015, so almost 10 years. I'm like, this is his third Rumble? Like, so like seeing those, like having that to me is cool because as someone who's tapped in, it still made me like question shit. It still made me want to like research shit. So for someone who's new, I would have to assume it's doing the same thing, which was I feel like their purpose, right? Or
it was definitely new person friendly for sure. You saw names and everything like that. I will say that it definitely helped a lot to know who was coming up because the music definitely didn't do that. There's a lot of fucking things, bro, that are just like Jesus fucking shit.
I mean, okay, well, since we're here, let's talk about it now because I didn't write down who came out, when they came out, or anything like that. I feel like this Rumble, especially for the women, this Rumble was better than last year's. There was only, for me at least, this Rumble was. I didn't care for the winner this year. The winner was a little predictable for me, but I feel like the way it was paced, I feel like the music thing, it was better to me because like last year there was like I could name like 10 of those women who I could not recognize. This year. And maybe it's because of the pod, or maybe it's because of how tapped in I am. Like I recognize majority of the songs. One of them I didn't recognize was Raquel. But to be fair to Raquel, she is not that is new music for her, and she has not come out to the music since she's returned. She's always came out to live music. So, like to me, that's not fair to her. And there was like maybe 2 others that I was like, I couldn't tell at the moment. Like Jordan Grace, but again, Jordan Grace is new. And then there was like 2 others, but compared to last year's, like to me, this was way more recognizable. Like they had a lot of big names. There was the NXT people, but like even if you're not super tapped in, you know who Julie is, you know who Vaquer is. We seen Lash Legend for like 2 months straight before she went back to NXT because she was fighting Jade and Bianca. Like a lot of we saw Roxanne. Granted, we didn't hear her music. If you don't watch NXT, like you saw Roxanne on TV multiple times this last couple of months. So it's like a lot of the women that were featured, even if you don't know their music per se, you've seen them release recently to where it's like, like it's not like, oh, who is this bit or anything like that. Like
right.
At least to me, at least that's how I took it. I thought it was
maybe like better. Maybe you might be right in that aspect to where like. Definitely recognized the women as they were coming out and like some of the themes. I guess my complaint was more so with like the pop, and maybe that's what I associate. Maybe it was just the overall like entrance experience. because there's moments like when Lyra came out, it's like she's the Intercontinental Champion and nobody popped like at all, bro. It's like,
no, they weren't willing.
And like that, it was just like it's weird, but nevertheless, like they still had a great fucking like time. Like the NXT women showed the fuck out. Like,
yeah,
that's my favorite part of the women's pay per view is that the amount of NXT women, like they came in balled, yo. And when you looked at them, you was like, okay, yeah, I see it. I see the like potential star power that they have there. I think it was like the final maybe like 8 in the women's match. I was like, oh, it was a whole bunch of like dream match setups that you could like play with. You know, it was like, oh, there's Bianca, there's Julia, there's Bianca Vaquer, there is Jordan Grace, and you know, Bianca. Like, there's a lot of options that you have for the future to play with, and hopefully we get those sooner rather than later. But definitely showed you that the future's looking bright for that women's division for sure.
Yeah, DT should talk, but I skated that like it kind of reminded me of the 2018 Rumble, the men's Rumble in 2018 when it was like there was a moment where it was Shinsuke, Roman, and Seth, and they were like facing off with Randy, Mysterio in Cena or something like that, and it's like, and there was so in this women's Rumble, the reason why it reminded me of that, it was like there was like two to three different spots where you could clearly see like they're setting up the new school versus the old school. Like there was a moment where it was Julia, Vaquer, and Roxanne, and it was the 3 horsewomen, or not the 3 horsewomen, 2 out of the horsewomen, and then Bianca, and they had that moment like twice. Or they had a similar moment like that twice. So I to piggyback off what you said, like, yeah, I feel like they were definitely like setting up that like these are the women you got to pay attention to very soon. Like get locked in, relatively soon type of thing.
DT, what you got before I get into like some other stuff?
Couple things that stood out to me. I think we just touched on it a second ago, but like the crowd not reacting to certain people. But I think that's because we had high expectations of more surprises than anything else. I think a lot of the talk that I saw was around like AJ Lee and people like wanting her to come back. And we knew Trish Stratus was around. We knew Nikki Bella was around. But I think most of the fans in the building were expecting more like vets or old school surprises to come in. And so you have a string of NXT women that came in, which was great. I was actually surprised one of them didn't get booed, and I'll leave that at that. I thought it was great. I thought it was great that they were able to get their have their moments, get their shit off. I was kind of mad I didn't get to see a Lash extension from Lash Legend. I was really, really anxious to see that. What else? Oh, the other thing I clocked that I was telling my girl about while I was watching it was that literally, I think it was after Bayley got in the ring, every woman that came in after her either got a bump on her or interacted with her within the first minute or two of them being in the ring. So I was kind of curious as to who was like calling it or helping run the show. So that was pretty dope.
I noticed that too. And you know why? It's because Bayley's the fucking GOAT.
Exactly.
She's the real ring general. You know what I'm saying? We talk about the real ring general.
She's a real role model. You know what I'm saying?
Because like almost every NXT person got a decent amount of offense on her. Yep. I feel like Bayley, even though she's still very goated, like she literally won Rumble last year, she won her Mania match, but also at the same time, she's one of those people that's a litmus test. Like, you gonna come to the main roster? You have to, like, if you can't have a good match with Bayley, I don't think you can be on the main roster. And it's very similar to there's certain people who have those roles. Like Cesaro used to have that role. Like Chad Gable has that role. That's why Chad fought Penta first. You know, like that. Like there's certain people who have that role, and it's like, if you can't have a good match with this person, like it might not be made out for. Like Kevin Owens' first main roster match was John Cena, and that's one of the reasons because John Cena's goated, and like it's hard to have a bad match with him. You can have a bad match with him, you might be fired because at least in BKM days, like if you have a bad match with Cena, you might be let go because the fuck, type of thing. So I think Bayley's. I feel like she's been at that status the last couple of years, but I feel like tonight, like I also picked up on that. I didn't like tweet it or anything, but I also picked up on that because it was like Roxanne got a lot of stuff on her, Jordan Grace got some stuff on her, Jada Parker got some stuff on her, Julia got some stuff on her. Like a lot of people got a lot of offense, particularly on Bayley or Bianca, and I feel like that was one of those like litmus test things. It was like, all right, we're gonna see if y'all ready, because if Pam can't help you, then no one can at this point. To me, like if you can't have a good match with Bayley or Becky, you are not cut out for this shit. Because Becky and Bayley can make you look fucking amazing easily.
Bayley point guards everything. She's the point guard. She's the facilitator. I think that's more so what I see is that she orchestrates how the production is going to go. You got to go through her to get your spots, understand where you're supposed to go next, and then like she just controls the momentum of the match. Like
she gave Tamina almost a 5-star match. Becky Lynch gave Xia Li almost a 5-star match. Like we talk about some real hitters. Like if you can't have a good showing with them, I don't know. I feel like they're the litmus test to piggyback off of what DT was saying. Yeah.
As far as like a couple spots that I saw in here that I liked, when Lash came in, Lash is a fucking tank. Lash is just massive, bro. Like just a crazy fucking powerhouse.
Man.
Bianca with the turnbuckle moonsaults was fucking fire.
Yeah, like, she did like 6 of those. Super
doing
fucking
6 moonsaults back to back is crazy. Fucking Jordan Grace with the fucking Death Valley driver on Piper. Like
that Death Valley driver was so fire. And Piper looked great too.
Yep.
Yeah, like that was
lost their mind for that.
And then to speak about pop, big pop for Bliss.
Woo!
Huge fucking pop for
Bliss. Bliss is back. Mm-hmm. Those dirt sheets, maybe y'all shouldn't listen to them as much. I mean, maybe there's some truth to it. Maybe she didn't fully sign the contract yet, but obviously she showed the hell up, and yeah, she looked good. She got what I do like about this Rumble. Another reason why I think, also the men's too, but another reason why I think this particular women's Rumble was super good is that everyone got a lot of shit in. So like even like Ivy Niles, for example, like you got to see her like work a lot to where it's like, I can actually maybe get behind her. Like there was a lot of women that were like, I don't see them work that much. Like, and now I'm get to see there was like they did a really good job of letting every single person who came in showcase themselves for like at least a minute and 20 seconds and be like, okay, I can rock with that type of thing. Where there was like, so if you are a newcomer and like, okay, this chick had a cool minute and 2 minutes of offense before the next person came out, I like this person. And that's another reason I think the women's Rumble did really good this year also.
And with that, I just wish like they would tip the scales a little bit more to where we can see which mid-carder actually has like a good push behind them. Maybe like Ivy now eliminated Bayley. Maybe it was later in the match. Just to kind of like show that, oh, hey, what does this look like? Maybe we can give a push. Because you are right. A lot of mid-carders did get like their moment to show off what they can do. But there wasn't a true like favorite mid-carder that you can be like, okay, this is the one that is going to be in the next level.
Chelsea Green.
Well, they kind of did that.
Chelsea Green.
And Chelsea was absolutely. So I have
Chelsea was great. I
have some MVPs. I have our quote unquote standouts. But before I say the standouts, like there were some people like that to where like Ivy Niles, she's the one that eliminated Lyra. And that was like it's
true.
The last 2 weeks they've been hinting that Lyra would be next up to be her opponent. Piper ended up eliminating Chelsea, but I think it was because of B-Fab, who's also been beefing with Chelsea with also her and Meechin been beefing with Chelsea and Piper. So I think they were I think they were doing that. It was just B-Fab.
B-Fab was out before Chelsea, right?
B-Fab you're right. Okay, well, at least with Ivy and Lyra, they did try to do that with what you're talking about. So at least with that, but I think they did try to hint at it a little bit, just a tad.
And maybe like I was looking for like the elimination on the bigger star, but you are right. They definitely did some pushes where like she eliminated the IC champ and whatnot. I was looking for like the big upset, like, oh shit, I would never have thought that Meechin would have knocked off Bianca or some shit like that, you know?
Right. No,
speaking of that, how did y'all feel about the mass elimination from Nia, like the 6-7 women that she got out at one time?
I had her going for 30 since she was already at 20, so they stopped it a little short. But it makes sense because had she eliminated 30 people, she would have been the one who won. So, yeah, it was cool to see her work. Slap some bitches around, knock them out, throw them over the top rope. Then they all jumped her. And so I like that. I think in both in both Rumble matches, Samoans got jumped. They got outnumbered. They had to be outnumbered at some point. Yeah. So I think that was like a common theme. Like, so
well, yeah, because they have a natural power buff. Like they have a natural buff. You got to jump them.
Fuck. Charlotte's here. So Charlotte Flair made her debut in the all red thing, looking crazy. Freaking nature. I know we had talked about it before, like she was moving through her rehab process. To see her come back and actually, like, you know, look solid, look like she ain't missed a step. Were we surprised that she won?
You shouldn't have been if you were. You should have been. No one should have been surprised that she won.
Is it the easy way out?
No.
I wouldn't say it's the easy way out, but every Rumble, it's usually, I wouldn't say it's usually, but every Rumble, at least the last couple years specifically, like you can kind of see who's going to win. Like last year, like if you weren't paying attention, then yeah, you would have been surprised Bayley and Cody won, but it was kind of like highly foreshadowed that Bayley and Cody were just going to win last year. With this one, it was that like that's one of the reasons like this Rumble was a little way more exciting was because it was a little harder to forecast like who's going to win. But when it comes to Charlotte, like it's kind of like it's her bag to come back from injury and instantly win something big. But that's a
trash, but it's
yeah,
true.
Joking aside, though, but it's one of those things where it's like it was pretty. Like I feel like we talked about it on the show and off the show, but like it was one of those things. Like I'm pretty sure we're going to get Charlotte and Tiffany. Like I'm pretty sure that's the route they're going to go, and that's the route that they went. Did she have to win the Rumble? No, she could have won Elimination Chamber, but they let her. You know, they chose to let her win the Rumble. So you know. My pick was EO, but my gut pick was Charlotte because I texted you both my picks right as the women's match started. I both texted you my picks. I gave you my hope and my gut was Charlotte's going to win this one, and you know she ended up winning.
I was close. My pick was number 2. I was like, damn, Roxanne made it this fucking far, and I was like, she actually had a chance, and she looked good.
Yo,
I like how they threw like the young buck to like, hey, run this whole 60 minutes. Let me see if you got the win to do it. And she was doing it. She actually ran through a lot of people too. She had a lot of like face to face matches with a lot of different, you know, female talent. Are we mad at 30? 30 was Nikki Bella. You know, a lot of people had expectations for, you know, the man, Jade Cargill, whoever, AJ Lee, like Nikki popped out at 30.
Yeah, okay, so because DT mentioned this earlier. So my take on it, and I'll try to make it brief. I was not upset with it. The reason I'm not upset with it is because based off a lot, like I think this is Triple H's second Rumble year. He didn't super rely on the Diva era that much, and also. We have to lower our goddamn expectations as fans. Like people are they want all these like you set yourself up to be upset. Like AJ might not ever come back, and that's fine. Like every year, people predict AJ to show up. She doesn't. Every year, people predicted Punk to show up, and if it wasn't for the whole thing at the Elite Factory, he would have never showed up. Assuming nothing went bad at Wembley or nothing, he still wouldn't be here. So it's like, you gotta, like, why are we getting our expectations up?
Yeah, I think people should lower their expectations.
And
I
then
think,
also
like, you've just been accustomed
to
certain shit.
But also at the same time, like, if you're slightly tapped in, Nikki was she's like, there's been multiple things coming out, but like, oh, she's trying to get back here. You're like, yada, like it was too.
Wasn't she at Netflix debut? Like,
yeah, she was at the Netflix thing.
Yeah.
And after that Netflix thing, there was multiple articles about like, oh, never say never. And there was articles like, I've been working out, I've been trying to get in ring shape. So it's like, she was gonna like, did she have to be 30? No, but she was 30. To me, it's not. Yeah, to me, it's not that crazy. We got a Trish, we got a lot of cool ass NXT people, and then we got our current stars. Like, it's one of those things. When we talked about it a couple weeks ago when we talked to like Brock Lesnar and all this other stuff, where it's like, or when we talked about the Rock situation with Mania a couple weeks ago, also, where it's like, the company is doing really hot right now. They don't all like, if they want to dive in the well and pick up a nostalgia act or anything like that, they can easily do that, of course. But they don't have to. Like, there's so many stars right now, and this show showed you like all the new stars that are on the way. We got Julia and Vaquer and Roxanne in this match, on top of Jada Parker and Lash Legend, and Jordan Grace, they're. So we got the new wave, and you saw a lot of cool shit of the old wave. Bianca went crazy, Charlotte went crazy, Naomi went crazy, Nia Jax went crazy. Like, so it's like I don't know, like it's one of those things. Yeah, you shouldn't get your hopes up too much, where it's like, because we're doing fine right now. They don't need to go to a Michelle McCool or Alita all the time if they don't want to. And
would you say that we're in a better space to where maybe we don't need a Becky Lynch?
I'm not going to say we don't need a Becky Lynch. Absolutely.
I'm just throwing the question out.
No, it's a good question. And I mean, let DT answer. He has his.
Do you think we need a Becky Lynch, DT? Do we need the man back?
Need? That's the operative word?
That's the word.
Need. No.
Okay. All right. From here,
I'm gonna say yeah, but not need with a capital. Need with lower cases. And I say need.
This nigga's need is italicized. It's in italics.
It's italicized because she's a horsewoman, and like I was talking about with Bayley, like, she's one of those people that can make you look good. Like, if it wasn't for Becky, we probably wouldn't have gotten Tiffany and Lyra on the main roster as quickly as we did. When we talked about other horsewomen elevating talent, Becky's one of those people. Bayley are one of those people. So I wouldn't say no. It's not necessarily quote unquote. It's not necessarily.
See, y'all gonna get my bag. I'm not gonna get on my bag, yo. Y'all trying to get me off my stoop. It's kind of crazy, yo. Like, what you
Stoop kid's about to leave his stoop. Stoop kid about to leave his stoop.
What the hell's going on here?
Hey, man, I'm just saying.
Some people got jobs because of my goat. It's all right.
You said what?
It's okay. It's all right.
You said what?
It's all right.
He said someone. I
said what I had to say. Somebody got a job. Somebody got a check off my goat. It's cool.
She was going to get a job regardless. She just chose to get a job.
Cool. She got a check and she got a pop. Off my goat.
He's talking about Vaquer. He's talking about Vaquer. He's talking about Vaquer. Vaquer was going to get a check regardless.
It's cool. She got it faster though. She put money in her pocket faster. She fed her family faster off my goat.
TK was already trying to sign her. All she had to do was choose.
Cool. Look, I'm just stating facts.
All she had to do was choose the red or the blue pill, and she chose the pill and
make
more money.
Pill.
Yeah,
my goat got you paid. I can't say that about the rest of them. I don't know. That's just me though.
That's wild.
Listen,
if it wasn't for Becky, Lyra would be a champion right now.
Oh fuck!
Look what Charlotte did for Rhea 2 Manias ago. Like, what are we talking about?
It's cool. It's all right. DIY.
Well, no. It's not cool. He's always so conflicted to talk shit. Say what you gotta say.
I'm not conflicted to talk shit. There's a lot of shit that I can talk.
Okay, well,
now I'm not conflicted to talk shit.
You don't have to talk shit, but just speak your mind.
All I'm going to say is, in how long has your goat been wrestling?
What was 2015?
No,
2016?
no, since you've been back, at least.
Either
like career,
or,
like what you?
Yeah, sure. Either whatever makes you feel good.
Let's say 2015. Let's say I don't know. Let's say 10 years, 13 years.
No. Since she's been back, no, F all that.
Okay.
April,
Since she's been back,
she came back in March, but I don't think her first match was until May. So May, June, July, August, September. Keep counting.
Okay. So, how many women have your GOAT wrestled since she's been back?
Oh my God! Well, he's not.
No. He don't know because it's a rhetorical question. Because
I don't know them by name, but I know she wrestled some individuals.
Okay. If you had to throw a number out there, what was the number?
What, maybe like 7?
7, right?
Okay.
1 out of 7. And then she elevated them so well, didn't even go to the company that she was at. You want to talk about elevation? She did it one time. She made it a hot line. Becky and Bayley made it a hot song.
No, she put her to the main line. It's cool. That's fine. She did her job. Put somebody over into WWE. Ain't nobody ever did that. I ain't never wrestled you in the Indies and got you to the WWE off of my match. Not off of the match you did before.
What's your GOAT doing right now with 6 belts, about to pick up another one?
Going to get another one from Cuba. 5 belts from Shady's.
And guess what? None of them women that she took them belts from, you ain't heard shit from them since.
Not yet. Next one about to get signed to NXT. We gonna see.
About to get signed where?
He's about to get signed to NXT. They're just gonna pick him up. She gonna wrestle him, give him a little 5-star match, and there you go. H calling.
Hey, you know what? Maybe H should send a subsidiary check to TK since he's doing all the dirty work.
Hey, tell H send the invoices.
He can send them. You doing all the dirty work, and we gonna make the stars. You doing all the dirty work.
That's sick work too, because it's true. It's hella
dumping
true.
money into a nigga that can't
It's
talk.
hella true. All these great matches you have with this person, they like, hey, go get this motherfucker right now. To get off of this though, to get back into the pay-per-view,
best women's
DIY,
division, my ass.
Motor City Machine Guns, 2 out of 3 falls. First things first. I thought the first pin was ass. I think I put that out there. I think the first pin was some bullshit. The fake tag into a knee strike, and he just
that shit was hard.
That shit was kind of crazy, bro. And it happened hella quick. I looked up. I was like, okay, we already down 1. Cool. The second pin was fire. The skull and crossbones, I do like that move a lot. Mm-hmm. That was cool. And then, all hell breaks loose for a little bit because I thought the bloodline was back.
Well, before you jump too far ahead, let me reel you back a little bit.
Go ahead.
First and foremost, I want to put myself on the spot because my dumb ass forgot it was 2 out of 3 falls. So when they pinned and it was 1, 2, 3, I'm like, what the fuck is happening? and then I seen the crowd didn't say or do nothing, right? So I'm like, oh shit. Was this not supposed to happen? I'm looking at the angles and shit, and then Alicia's like, all right, cool. It was 2 out of 3 falls. That was the first fall. I was like, oh, okay. All right. Thank you for reminding me, because I'll say this. In comparison to all the matches that were had tonight, that was probably the worst match. It was still a great match. But if you were to put them in order, I think that one falls at number 4.
I think it was supposed to.
Yeah,
honestly.
But shout out to DIY being the smartest tag team. This is not the first time that they have shown their ring intelligence and ring IQ. And even though they're heels, it was fucking excellent to see them twist and bend the rules a la New England Patriots from 2001 to 2018.
Deflategate.
2018. Yeah. Deflategate was super debunked. That shit, okay, whatever. You're trying to...
I didn't say anything about Deflategate. I just said twist and bend the rules. They didn't break no rules. They didn't cheat. They just... You know what I'm saying? Nigga, if you didn't catch it, nigga, you didn't catch it. That's on you.
His stats went better once they switched the balls.
I'm not talking about the Patriots. I'm talking about DIY and their ability to bend the rules.
Them clam chowder cows.
Goddamn. You don't like niggas in Massachusetts?
I mean, Massachusetts is racist.
We don't root for Boston. We don't root for the Patriots.
We definitely don't root for Boston. Mm-mm. I don't know a black person that roots for Boston.
You're right. I root for Foxborough, my nigga. Pats Nation, my nigga. Let's go. America's real team.
You and Kof. I see.
We was talking about the Celtics, I thought, but that's just
the same thing.
Oh, okay.
And your goat, Mercedes, nigga. You know what it is.
Oh yeah, that is your goat.
She is from Boston.
Yeah, you said that.
Oh, that sucks.
And she passed that too.
It's Boston, is what it is. That's right.
With the dollar sign.
Yeah, that's right. Because she's not that creative.
It's all right. Niggas get paid. It's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of the first pin, I didn't like that either, and I didn't like it only in the sense that a running knee isn't like his signature or anything. So
yeah,
so that being the pin was a little like I agree that being the first pin was weak to me. To piggyback off of something that was said earlier, that before I forget, I think this match was the quote unquote cool down match or the bathroom match, I guess. Depending on like what happens in the next two matches, but like DT said, the match was still really good.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know what? That was it.
Do you think their archetypes were too similar? And I don't know how else to describe that, but like, do you think like because like they're practically like wrestling the same like stature of like opponent that it wasn't interesting to where if this was DIY versus like a Priest and like Finn or something like that, to where you had different like elements of the match to add, would it have been a little bit more interesting to where maybe you had a high flyer or a powerhouse or something like that?
That was such a gamer thing.
I just remember
that was such a gamer thing.
But you knew what I meant though.
Yeah, no, and it makes sense. I just remember what I was going to say. Honestly, I think this crowd kind of sucked.
Crowd was terrible.
I saw a lot of people on the internet say the same thing. If this match happened on NXT, I feel like people would be like, "Oh, this was match of the year type candidate."
But you know what the difference is? You don't get priced out of NXT. You see what I'm saying? Like NXT is diehard fans. To whereas like you start making things more expensive, you're losing out on your diehard fans. You need those people in there to root for these kind of matches. Otherwise, you get people who don't really care about not necessarily the history, but don't care about who's wrestling, bro. Like you need your core fan base in those arenas.
If I'm paying $7,000 for tickets, I'm screaming. I'm sorry. I don't know why anybody that would spend that much money not be yelling and screaming and cheering. I'm sorry.
Rich people don't want to look cool. That's the thing. That's what I mean. Is that you got
okay. Wait. We're in Indianapolis.
You know,
my mom used to live there. I visit there. Most of those places are boarded up. Yeah, rich.
Huh? People in the event, people front row at the event.
Yeah, well, front
row. Not trying
green
to like
shirt, of course,
cool.
Green shirt in Trinidad, man, is going
like
wait, what?
Fucking crazy, bro.
India's bro.
No, Are you?
What?
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to double check to make sure this is real. This has. Hold on.
We have like breaking news.
Yes, nigga, but it's not wrestling. It's sports, and you would care. Breaking news: the Dallas Mavericks are trading Luka Doncic, Max Kleber, and Markieff Morris to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first round pick. Bro, it's from Shams.
That's not real.
And the three team deal that includes Utah.
That's not real,
bro.
Giving Luka to LeBron? What?
Yeah, like that's not real, bro.
Bro, that's why I said it can't be real, but it's from his account. There's no way that this is real.
Oh shit, Blazers might win a game.
This nigga here.
Bro, this is fake, right? This gotta be fake.
Wait, give it some time. We'll come back in 30 minutes, but that's definitely not real.
Yeah, we up 20 on the Suns, bro, with 5 minutes left. We might win.
We might win.
No, that has to be fake.
I think that the crowd just wasn't as interactive because some of them are not true wrestling fans.
No, there's no fucking way.
Yeah, because what's his homie name? Who owns the Mavericks? The Mark dude.
That doesn't make sense.
Mark Cuban's.
He don't own the Mavericks anymore. He sold the Mavericks.
Oh,
he don't
what?
own the Mavericks.
Oh man,
he sold the Mavericks this past year.
Shark Tank.
Bro, that can't be
Maybe
real.
fucking I wouldn't.
I think it said Shark Tank. That's funny.
It'd be fucking with your mind.
Let's wrap up this tag match.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
That just threw me all the way
Jesus
off.
Christ. As they were going for the win here, we see a black hooded figure approach the apron. I thought it was Tama Tonga. I thought it was one of them ya Ulafala niggas. And to my surprise, it was not. Angela Dawkins pops up with a crutch, hits, I believe, Shelly in the back with one. And then on the opposite end, it was Montez Ford. And Profits is back. They want their revenge, and I'm on demon time with them. Get your lick back for sure. It's time for y'all to get those belts back. Anybody opposed of what the Profits did?
Hell no, nigga. We back outside.
No,
hey, I want you to put the word on the street.
What I really liked about it, because like obviously they attacked Motor City first, so everyone was like, "Profits are going heel, Profits are going to heel," and then afterwards they also attacked DIY. So what I like about it is what I personally predicted what would happen in the next match that didn't happen, and so what I like about it is like it's not. So since Profits attacked both teams, you can't say that they are still babyface, or you can't say that they're heel. They could be tweeners. This could just be them having more edge to it. What it seems like to me is that they want the smoke with this particular team. They wanted DIY to retain because they want to take the titles from DIY.
Right.
And that's kind of how I imagined the next match would go. I thought we'll get in. If you remind me, I can tell you what I thought would happen. But I thought something similar would happen. There's a lot of speculation saying, this might lead to a TLC with multiple teams. We haven't seen that in years. I can't remember the last time we saw a TLC match. Maybe 2021, maybe 2020. But a TLC would be fucking fire, especially with DIY, Street Profits, Motor City. You had Pretty Deadly as Los Garza to it. That sounds like fucking like sell it. You ain't got to sell it to me. I'll buy it now. Give that to me.
All right. Before we get into the Cody match, we got to pause because it looks like the breaking news was actually factual. This man DT over is stressing.
I just don't understand, bro. I don't understand. What the fuck just happened? What just happened?
No, I'm gonna clip this thing up so bad, bro. This nigga was tripping.
Bro, this nigga Anthony Davis said, "Yeah, we need one more big man, another guard," and the Lakers said, "Nah, we don't.
No big
we
man.
need Luka." What, bro? What the fuck is going on, bro?
I mean, Markieff Morris is kind of big.
And my Heat can't do shit. We can't even get rid of a nigga that want to be
it doesn't
traded.
make any sense, though. I was like, it's not real. It doesn't make any sense.
I told you,
Why would you
bruh.
trade Luka?
Bro, I had to check the account 4 times before I said something. Then I went to IG. Then I went back. And literally everybody is saying, "No, he's hacked. He's hacked." Bro,
I don't understand. That nigga's brain was hurting.
My head is hurting. My head is legitimately hurting.
Bro. There's no way, bro. There's no way. It can't be real. This makes no sense. It's
he literally said, "Yes."
Real.
He said, "Yes, this is real." Do you know what the fuck Luka and
This
LeBron
man got hacked.
do? Nah, bro. There's no way, bro. I need to see it because they just played the Knicks. They were just playing. They just beat the shit out the Knicks, and LeBron just went off, man.
There's no way, bro.
What? But we can't get rid of Jimmy Butler.
He
can't get rid of Jimmy Butler. But we just gonna send Luka Doncic to the fucking Lakers.
There's no way. Hold on. Jesus Christ, bro. Nah, it's posted by ESPN.
Nigga, Shams is ESPN.
That's crazy.
All right. Can we just have 5 minutes of sports convo? I know this is a wrestling pod, but I just like
go ahead.
I got to get this off my chest.
Allowed.
You just gave, bro. I don't know what to say. Actually, I have no idea what to say.
It hasn't even processed for me. I'm a Laker fan. I'm sitting here like it don't seem real. We don't get this lucky.
I'm just a basketball fan. I'm a Heat fan, and I like LeBron, but this is what?
It makes no sense. AD's an aging star, bro. Like, you give him AD, Max Christie, and a 2029 first. Like, that doesn't make any sense, bro. He has to be hacked, bro. This can't be real.
No, fucking even Chris Haynes just said it. Chris Haynes just said, in a blockbuster move, can confirm Dallas Mavericks have traded Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis and a first-round pick as part of a 3-team trade with the Utah Jazz. Now, this is what I know. I know that the Heat are trying to get rid of Jimmy Butler. They need a third team, which was supposed to be the Utah Jazz, because the Utah Jazz and the Suns have been swapping picks.
They're trading without warning. He didn't know that he was getting traded.
They were just playing, my nigga. They just beat the Knicks tonight, nigga. While the Royal Rumble was happening, they were just playing. He just finished, got off the court, and the nigga got traded.
This sounds fucking crazy, bro. This sounds insane. Okay, all right, let's wrap this up. Let's get back on track. This shit is fucking nuts. Fuck. KO. Cody Rhodes, nigga. Let's lock in.
Let me say this. This is not about basketball. This is about the Cody Rhodes earned my respect tonight. He earned that shit.
Finally?
Yes, finally. Yes.
Fuck, I'm gonna have to agree with him, bro.
Because for two reasons. Sit there. Relax. For two reasons. The first one is because he got pushed into tapping into the dark side. The way he was attacking Brock Lesnar, wow. The way he was attacking KO was reminiscent of how Brock Lesnar was attacking Cody Rhodes. He busted him open, and then he kept hitting him in the face talking about, this is what you wanted. This is what you wanted. He took him there. Then on top of that, he put his body on the line in a way that I've never seen him do before. If it was not for the men's Royal Rumble winner, this would have been the best match on the card to me tonight, point blank, period.
I still think it is the best match on the card.
Front to back. Well, that's because you like, this was probably kind of reminiscent of the AEW.
Go ahead and say it.
Yeah,
go ahead and say it.
That's what you wanted. That's what you wanted.
Go ahead and say it. It was AEW coded. It was for the sickos, nigga. I'm a sicko. I like this shit, bro. I like the pain, bro. This
wasn't AEW coded. They actually sold stories in here.
It was sick. It was sicko related.
But
nigga was bleeding. It was raw. He bladed himself.
It was amazing.
And he sold it.
First, thoughts and prayers to KO, because even if he was selling, I bought in. I was all the way bought in. Even my girl was like, "Is he okay?" And I was like, I looked at her, I was like, I don't know. I don't know. She's like, look at his eyes. They glazed over. I said, yeah, he got a goose egg on one. His shit split down the middle. The nigga was bent over. He looked like a Looney Tune that just got ran over.
For sure.
He was folded up. Cody folded him up. Then Cody went on the turnbuckle, held the two belts up, reminiscent of a previous champion. And then walked around, got on the table, and then held the two belts up like, yeah, look at your boy. He popped all that shit. I beat his ass. This is what he wanted. To me, that was dope. Now I know it's in there. I can see it. Now I got my eye on you. I need to see what's happening. Now I know you ain't just for the kids. There was a little darkness in there. I seen it. It was a little twinkle. Like you felt the soul get sucked out of KO. It was great. That was lovely. That was beautiful. That's what I want to see.
So wait, you didn't see this quote unquote darkness when he fought Brock the second or third time / when he fought Styles the second time in the I Quit match.
I just said it was reminiscent of that. I just said that.
I understand but I'm just saying but you also said this is your first time seeing this darkness, and I just gave you 2 other examples where the darkness was there.
Not like
not this level.
No, like this was intentional. This wasn't, I'm fighting for survival. This was, I'm putting an end to this shit. This nigga he took out my best friend. He tried to take me out. He been talking shit the whole time for the last month and a half, walking around parading like he the champion of the company.
He was.
From Cody's standpoint, I'm the face of the company from Cody's standpoint.
He is.
Other people would say otherwise. You know what I'm saying? But this time, he didn't even come out. The thing that tipped me off was he didn't even come out with with that long ass trench that coat, that Superman cape shit. He just came on with a straight jacket and was like, bomb. You know what I'm saying? I was ready to, when I saw that, I was like, okay, he might do something. Then he did it. And I was pleasantly surprised.
There was a lot of good spots in this match too. The fucking mini Hornswoggle ladder was fucking crazy.
Beating the dog shit out of him with that ladder.
The power driver reversed into KO's head, hitting the fucking ladder. It was fucking nuts. Power bomb on the ladder, like that was wedged in the turnbuckle. It was fucking brutal, bro. There's a lot of them ladders didn't give.
Yeah,
a lot of times the bodies just bounce right off.
KO did a driver on Cody on the ladder, and then obviously the finale with the Alabama Slammer. Man,
they left that man bent over and like.
He was done for, bro.
Yeah, he was folded. He was folded like a motherfucker. But yeah, I like this match a lot. I do agree in the elements of DT saying like, he pushed a limit. With AJ and shit, it was like he was going to go there, but we didn't get to see him hit the motherfucker with those steps.
He did.
He wanted to do it.
He hit him with his steps after the bell rung. He literally did that.
But you want to do it while in the match. Right.
But doesn't it make you look more badass when you do it after the bell rings and said, I'm gonna hit this motherfucker anyway?
No, I just want to see you push the limits in the match though. I get it from the aspect like, yeah, I still hit you afterward because I still don't give a fuck about you. Yes. But like you didn't hate AJ enough to do it in the match. You did it after, like outside of the match.
Because he quit before he hit him. It was an I quit match. AJ quit before he hit him with the stairs, and then Cody hit him with the stairs anyway.
I guess for me is just more so like the line. There was no line for KO. Like,
yeah, it's KO.
He was going to cross that bitch like regardless.
Hey, real quick before this pod started in pre-pod, he said we the triangle of trust, and that it was like a democracy. It was like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
2 votes or whatever.
But we're not voting on this.
No, but we're both saying, nigga, you might be wrong today.
But I'm not. Okay,
you was scrapping. They were scrapping.
Yes, they were scrapping. It was great.
How many times?
But I don't understand how you guys are so lukewarm on Cody since he's won. You mostly because you're a fucking Roman stan, and him mostly because he's a sicko. You guys just no. That's not the reason why. That's not the reason why. You fucking talked about this shit. This man bought the bloodline belt the day it came out, and this sicko over here is just smiling. And y'all are some Cody.
Who cares about what I purchased?
That nigga's still soft. Stick a syringe in that nigga's mouth.
Because you are a Roman stan. You have a bias, and that's okay. I have a Seth bias. I'm fine.
Telling you, I've been consistent.
With having a bias. You've been consistent with having a bias, my nigga. Just like he's been consistent with being a sicko and having his bias too.
How many conversations did we bring up where we said, "Hey, how do we feel about this Cody run?" And we all 3 of us said the same thing. It doesn't feel like he has a real villain. It doesn't feel like he's. He
didn't say that. Hero didn't say that.
I never said that.
I said that. He didn't agree with that.
No,
because it's not fucking true.
This was his biggest villain's KO. Out of his entire championship run, KO has been his biggest villain.
It's the best part of Easy. It's been his best feud since his entire reign. But the saying that
it
his
took 300 days to get there. It took 300 days to get there. 8 defenses. They literally just said it before the fucking match started.
Okay.
And you talking about yes.
I'm gonna take a page out of Jay's book. That's your opinion. That's what you saw. People felt that way with
my
AJ's.
opinion. They put the stats on the fucking TV.
The stats
He's been champion for 300 days.
No, that part. No, nigga, that part is real. But the fact that you think that this is like the sure.
Name a better one. Name a better one.
I like this.
Name
What's
a
a
better
better? What's a better feud?
This is his best feud, but you can't say like his entire reign has been fucking ass and cheeks. He's had good matches.
About it.
What?
Oh my god! Everyone has been talking about it. No one is saying Cody hasn't been a good champion. No one has said that. I didn't even say that. I've said multiple times beforehand. I see him being a face of company. I understand he's a moneymaker. He got the kids. It makes sense. I get that. I'm talking about this match being his best match for the elements that I described when we started. He took the darkness. He opened up the veil of his character and the extent that he was willing to go to for this match. And he showed what his capabilities were. That's all I wanted to see. He did that.
And hold on, and it was done on purpose. Because if you've been paying attention to like the promos that's been happening the past couple of weeks, he's been tipping that line.
Yes.
Of like,
I'm gonna go there.
We can go there.
And he went.
If you've been paying attention to his story, every single feud, he's been going there more and more. That's the whole point. He's always had it. It's always been here. He's been doing it. The fact that he was even willing to team with Roman, okay, sure, you guys, sure. I don't know what else to say. And also, again, 9 times out of 10, baby faces are better when they're chasing the title. Most people get sour on baby faces when they have the title, which is exactly what both you guys did. And it took until KO to show the beast in Cody so that you guys changed your mind.
I've been consistent. To this point.
Right, that's what I just said. It took until this match for you guys to slightly change your mind. Because people get sour on baby faces when they win the title.
I didn't have an opinion about Cody when he didn't. Actually, I did. I had an opinion about Cody, but it wasn't a good one. I'm saying now, after 300 days, if he gonna do this, keep the belt on him. Let's take it there.
But wouldn't that make him a heel?
No. Because the kids are still going to cheer. He don't have to do this every match. He didn't use heel tactics. He just met the nigga where he was at. Instead on some Goku shit of like, oh, we can be friends. We don't have to fight. We don't have to take it there. Or I'm gonna fight for valor
But he literally did that in the I Quit match and in the blood. But he did that in the I Quit match in the Bloodline match. That's what I'm saying. This part of his character has always been there.
Not like this. It did not show up the same.
Bro,
for me.
If KO wasn't bleeding, what would have been the difference?
Him trying to put that nigga through the table, put that nigga through the ladder.
It was a ladder match. It was a ladder match.
What happened with? Okay. He showed a more vicious and violent side. Sometimes you got to do that. You can see he gonna come out. He gonna come out on Friday, and he gonna be all hugs and kisses. He gonna be in his suits. He gonna be shaking the kids' hands, taking pictures again. Cool. That's cool. Cool, but now I know you could go there.
This nigga fought Brock Lesnar with a quote-unquote broken forearm. He fought Shinsuke with being blinded. What else does he have to do to prove that he can quote-unquote go there?
So those are the ones we were talking about, Super Cody, where he was superhuman. This did not show up the same. It did not.
Because he didn't do because he didn't have to win by pin. But the I Quit match, he didn't have to win by pin either, and then he went there. So I'm trying to figure, like, how's there a disconnect? He went there with AJ.
I'll have to, you know what? I'll have to rewatch it. I'll say that. I'll rewatch it. I'll revisit those matches and see if they show up the same.
It's not going to, because this feud is better. It's not going to show, but as far
is what?
This feud is better than his AJ feud. I already said that part. But as far as his character, quote unquote, going there, quote unquote, being overly aggressive, he's shown that he can do that with Brock. He's shown that he can do that with AJ, and he's shown that he can do that with KO, and also he did that shit with Roman.
Do you think that
this?
Do you think that the elements of the story made it that much better in my perspective of like this match? Let's say the storyline with AJ maybe didn't feel as like the stakes weren't high enough.
No,
right?
The story wasn't as good. No.
And maybe that's what makes it so much better for me personally, that the story tied to this element of darkness all matched together. I don't think the AJ story could touch the story, but I do understand that he did go to that line with AJ after, the I Quit match. I think the story elements make it better.
A sicko-like story. We made some progress. A sicko-like some storyline. That's great.
He told the line. He trying to mediate and be in the middle. That's all. I see it. Yeah, you nigga. I'm looking at you.
Nigga, what the fuck? He's the mediator. That's his job to do that.
Let's take it there, nigga.
This nigga's funny. In closing, I do think this was the best match. That's just me personally. As his whole entire championship reign that he's had, yes. And so in some light, I do think that he's right. 300 plus days to get here, it was worth it. Men's Rumble. This is it. We're gonna close the show out. They start off hot. Ray opens up as number 1. They get my boy Penta number 2, and he looks like a fucking star. Pyro entrance is fucking solid. He looks good in the blue. My boy looks nice. He looked like he's being treated well. All right, I'm happy for him. Okay, you got some slick to say. Go ahead, say it.
All right. So we sit there watching it. I'm like, oh, Jay got to come out first because they got to get the crowd back hype, bring the energy so he can get his full entrance. No, it's Rey Mysterio. And I was like, damn. I was like, what if they had Penta come out? Sure as shit, Penta come out. My girl's like, who is that? So I give her the backstory. I said, hey, it's been his dream to get to WWE his whole life. Rey Mysterio is his GOAT. Said he used to work at the other company. And when TK found out that he was trying to dip and was trying to leave, I said, he got a brother named Rey Fenix, and they were supposed to come in together. And she said, what? I said, yeah. I said, as soon as TK found out, he had an injury time to Rey Fenix's contract. So Rey Fenix is stuck in the doldrums, and he can't wrestle. We ain't seen him on TV in 9 months.
Yep.
And she just looking at me. She's just looking at me. I'm like, I said, yeah, it's fucked up. I said, but his brother over there is shining. I said, he's shining. I said, he's shining so good. He only been here 3 weeks. I said, and his buddies in the other company, they try not to tweet about it.
Took his merch off. Honestly, I mean, it's something we should have talked about in the news, but TK took Ricky Starks and Rey Fenix merch off the online site. There's like one shirt for both of those guys.
Which is crazy because normally they go to like clearance and then like you weed them out that way, but they never get completely removed. And I've been looking at buying merch. Maybe
he doesn't want them to get royalties and shit.
I'm gonna check Pro Wrestling Tees to see if they're on Pro Wrestling too. But
I mean, they probably are. But as far as the actual AEW site, like he took off.
Well, I say that because like AEW and Pro Wrestling, like the Pro Wrestling Tees are tied together. Like, it's always been the same kind of like shit. So. We'll see. I'll check it out. But
Pro Wrestling also works with WWE's. But it's like if you go to AEW and you type in Ricky Starks, you type in Rey Fenix,
you're not gonna see nothing.
That's fucked up. Like that's the whole.
It is.
And also, you explained that story. It wasn't as good, but it's very close to Michael Pena and Ant-Man, and I really appreciate it. I'm gonna run it back
real quick and straight to the point. It was smooth. It was very easy to understand.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Bet. I was trying to keep it.
You love Michael.
But yeah, my boy Pence is looking solid. Him and Ray come out hot. They.
Wait. Okay. Real quick before we go on, because speaking of Penta, because there was a backstage moment that happened between him and Dominic and DT. I mean, a lot of it was in Spanish, and DT was like, "Shout out to Duolingo." What did they say, or could you give us anything?
I would have to see it again, or hear it again.
Okay.
But from what I remember, from what I remember, Dom was pretty much saying that Penta's not the best in the world, that he is, and that he's just an asshole with a mask. Some shit like that. And that's what I remember.
Anywho, back to Rumble.
Okay.
Ray Penta. Fuck. Everything was going cool until my man Penta's 2 feet hit the ground.
Hey, man.
I didn't see it in slow motion.
I was literally
Everything was good. My boy is planted like Michael Jackson.
I was like, oh
shit.
my God. Yeah. I was like, oh, he done fucked up.
And it's fucked up, right? Because the cameraman, their job is to zoom in on everybody's feet. The cameraman just did too good of a fucking job. That nigga went immediately and pulled that shit back up.
Yeah, that's why I was like, nah, that was too quick. But also, it's not the first time there's been mishaps in the Rumble. There was Jesus, we got to find a new word. What I skeeted was like
no, it's skeeting.
Yes, but
pause.
It would have to be skeeted, right? Because I already previously wrote it.
Whatever it is, we don't got to repeat it.
Okay,
yeah, you skeeted.
what I skeeted was like, I don't know. I mean, honestly, I feel like you said something similar, but it was one of those things where it kind of is what it is. I felt like he was excited. Like, this is his fucking first Rumble. Like, this is a dream job. I just felt like he had a little too much dip on the ship, but he reeled it back in, and he lasted, I think, 40 minutes?
It was like 40 minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
And most of it was on the ground, which I was also like,
he had some good ass moments.
Yeah, don't do him like that.
No, yeah.
Nigga, I'm a fan. I'm going to be real. That's my nigga, but he was on the ground. They were running the clock. Oh, he's been in for 38 minutes. That nigga was tucked in the corner. Took a hip thrust from Jacob Fatu. It was crazy.
Well, here's the thing. You got to remember that his translator was out the match. Both his translators got kicked out.
He can speak really good English, though.
He can speak decent English, yeah.
Better than I knew that he could. No thanks to the Forberg company, but his English is actually really good. Yeah. And like he had some cool, he had some cool face-offs. Like he had a face-off with Bron. He had a face-off with Fatu.
Him and Fatu. Yep.
And there's history. Him and Fatu was MLW shit that they've done before. So like
him and Chad.
Yeah, again. I just need him to stop taunting. I think I got two taunts. Nah. Bro, he did it 4 times.
Yeah, bro. You gotta build that meter up, bro. How you supposed to get a finisher?
Hey, there was a moment that they could have had that would have been super fucking fire. Him saying his Cero Miedo, and then Fatu saying Fatu. If they would have did that like 4 times, the crowd would have been into it. That would have it would have been fire. I thought that was going to happen, and it didn't. This nigga Jacob just headbutted him and was like, nah, fuck all that.
Yeah, Jacob is superhuman, bro. He might have been MVP.
I thought he was going. I thought he was. I had him at over 8.5 eliminations, and he got 3 in the first 40 seconds. And I just knew I was going to win that bet. And then after that,
he might be, bro. Double Samoan drop was fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, that was fire. Also, I did skeet after tonight, and I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but as of right now, as of active family members, I'm not talking about the past. I'm not talking about anyone who passed away or anything. Active family members, Nia Jax has the best Samoan drop out of the whole family.
Nah.
Nia Jax has the best Samoan drop.
And you know
it's Jacob.
How I feel. It's Jacob, and then it's Nia.
I'm telling y'all,
bro. It's Jacob. The pop up Samoan is crazy.
Every time he puts his weight into it, Nia got to kind of lean off the girls because you know what I'm saying. But nah, when I'm telling you, we gonna disagree we gonna agree to disagree on that.
Fair,
but Nia is not to be played with. I'll give you top
Nia
2,
got a sick one.
Her pop up is quicker, it's smoother, and the fact that women have longer hair, it even makes it look even crazier. I'm telling y'all, Nia got the best.
It's smoother. I don't know. That nigga Jacob get the tossing, and all you see is feet in the air.
Feet in air.
That's it.
Yeah, and you could argue that's risk that's dangerous, and it might fucking hurt somebody. You could argue it.
Okay.
You could argue it. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not in the ring with these people.
Listen, and then he get up and get the.
Yeah, that's the boogeyman time. That nigga is juice, bro. We saw that Tozawa gets punched in the head by Carmelo.
That shit was hilarious. Also, real quick, that shit was hilarious. But real quick, people on the internet got to get off of this. Oh, they got Carmelo losing. They got him doing X, Y, and Z. Carmelo is killing it at what he's being asked to do. He's putting on shows. He's putting on matches. All of his matches have been fire that I have seen. Since he's been called up, he hasn't had a bad match. And if he did, it wasn't because of him. It was because of somebody else. And that's all I'm going to say.
Oh,
he's going to get his...
You think they're on the black tip? You think they saw that B-Fab got eliminated and Carmelo got eliminated? It was like, oh, during Black History Month, the first 2 eliminations is black? You think it was on that kind of tip?
I didn't even pay attention.
That's
pay
crazy.
attention to that.
It's crazy how kind of like match up though.
It's
wow.
It doesn't, because Melo is way different.
Man.
But like, no, they've been on that tip with Melo to where it's like he can't lose, and it's like you like when it comes to like if you think about Breakker, Tiffany, Ilya, and the couple of the NXT names that came up immediately, Lyra, you can't book all of them the same. Melo's currently booked as the super cocky person who can have a fucking banger match. He probably will lose, but every single person he's been tying it up with is either former champion, like AJ Styles, former champion, Andrade, best of 7, like fucking banger matches, former US champion, former NXT champion. LA Knight, banger match. Not a world champion, but
twice, right?
Cody twice, who is both times Cody was the world fucking champion. Like he had a surprise match with Braun. Like Melo is fine. Like I get that. Like when it comes to our favorites, everyone has a bias, and then when it comes to black talent, like a lot of people, just black people can't take any L's, otherwise it's immediately racist or some shit. I understand that to a degree, but we have to let
it play out.
Please, for love, Melo is the fact that he's on TV every fucking week and having these bangers and also being interjected and tied up. Like he had a match with Priest, former world fucking champion. Like he's in very good company and he's doing really fucking good. Like Melo is fine. I think he was eliminated.
A little early.
He was eliminated a little early for me because I feel like we could have got a moment with him and Braun, be like, oh yeah, we're former NXT people, like let's run shot on these older motherfuckers. But he was still fucking fine. Like when he came in again, it goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like within the women's match, everyone got some really good offense in and got time to showcase. Like when Melo came in, he was fucking cooking. Like Melo was, he was fucking killing it. When he first came in, that first 2 minutes, Melo he didn't miss. He was not missing. He was killing it.
He don't miss.
Be fine. I guarantee you, he will probably have the U.S. title by SummerSlam.
I'm going to ask you this: when do you get concerned? When do you get concerned with Melo? What is there red flags that you would be like, okay, I'm a little concerned?
I would be concerned with Melo when he start losing the niggas he shouldn't lose to, flat out. If that's
lower mid card, lower, what do you?
If he loses the R-Truth in 30 seconds, then I'd be like, all right.
Now that's a stretch. I don't think he's ever going to lose the Truth.
That counts. That's niggas he shouldn't lose to.
That counts in the sense where it's it feels like a comedy job or something. Where it feels like he's jobbing to be a jobber, but to me, he's not a jobber. He's very well cemented in this SmackDown ecosystem. He's on the show every fucking week. Even if he doesn't wrestle, he's on the show.
He's talking shit to somebody about something.
And that's just his character right now. He pokes the highest tree. Or he pokes
he come out with the mic and he's popping shit in his entrance. That shit is fire. He shouldn't lose to anybody in Los Garza or Legado del Fantasma. He should never lose to none of them, to me. He shouldn't lose to, I'm gonna say it, Apollo Crews. He shouldn't lose to him. He shouldn't lose to, just throw another name out.
Tozawa. So if he took a pin to Tozawa tomorrow, I'd be like, all right, you guys. All right, we gotta have a conversation.
He shouldn't lose
if he lost to
Otis.
Santos.
No, he shouldn't lose to Santos.
He shouldn't lose to Santos?
No, because
not right now.
Santos has been booked lukewarm to cold for the last year. They doused the fire on my nigga. He got cut.
But speaking of him, when he popped up, he was killing it when he popped up. And I skated this, and I was mostly about the men, but it's also about the women too. Like, one of the reasons why I really, and I'll re-say this when we're done with the show or before we end the show, but like one of the reasons I think this is a really good Royal Rumble for both the men's and the women's is that, I mean, and for sure both the men's and the women's, but for sure the men's is that we've gotten so many teasers to matchups that could happen in the next 5 years.
Five.
I'm just saying, it's.
Yeah.
I mean, the next
year.
No, if you want to rush it, the next one. If you want to play some shit out, the next 5. Because like we had another Bron and Fatu face off. They didn't touch. That's their second just facing off. Didn't touch. Yeah. Like there were so many good like random moments where it was like there was 5 different skis where it was like, all right, I need Penta versus Andrade immediately. I need Penta versus this nigga immediately. I need this person versus this person immediately because we have not seen it yet. Like they did such a good job in this Rumble and both Rumbles of like just showcasing all the potential matchups that could happen, which was just like it just blew my mind towards like. Now I gotta I can't wait for the next 2K so I can go on like the universe mode. Like there's so many matches with just that you can with just Penta. You could just choose like 8 matches right now. Penta Roman, Penta Drew, Penta this, Penta like, and then add Mela to it.
Penta Santos, Penta anybody.
It's keeping in the realm of like Penta, and it's funny that you said that because I tweeted out the same thing of like there's so many dope Mexican male talent in WWE right now that. It's impossible to not push one to like a main event picture. I'm not saying you got to be a main event superstar or a fucking WWE champion, but somebody out that group should definitely be in like a main event like role. Like Andrade's fucking solid. Penta's fucking here. Penta's already screaming fucking money. So it's like somebody within a year and a half needs to be at least challenged a fucking WWE champion. I'm not saying you got to win. I'm just saying you got to be in that area.
It's gonna be this year.
Like it has to happen, bro.
The same way that, and not to, as Hero would say, bury the lead or put the cart before the horse, but the same way that I said like a month ago, a week ago, whatever, that they have to put the belt on Jey this year. Like,
which y'all, we'll get into that. And I'm sorry, we'll get into that. I will eat crow on that because I was like, man, we can maybe wait till next year, but like. He's way too over. Obviously,
he's making too much money. It's the same. It's the same Cody thing, and it's not even me trying to be funny. Yeah. It dead ass is the same thing. Like I found myself saying the same shit. But about Penta, like if they're doing anything, and I mean this respectfully, if they're doing anything near or close to the border, or if they are doing something in Mexico, I know they tried to walk it back and say it wouldn't happen because Bad Bunny pulled a Tom Holland, but. If they're doing anything in, near, or by Mexico, there's going to be a big show. It's a wrap. He's in the main event. He's in the picture. He is more than likely winning. If I had to guess, Rey Mysterio would be involved. It would be the official passing of the torch. Because, look, Rey went through a whole lot to get into the Royal Rumble, and he didn't look so hot to me. I think. Respectfully, this should be Rey's last year. That's a hot take.
Oh, that's not going to be.
Yeah, but I think it should be. So that's like that's me.
I think you hating a little bit, but I will respect your.
You say Rey in his Vince Carter bag. He
put
on nasty jerseys.
No, wait.
With the Atlanta Hawks.
With the Atlanta Hawk jersey, Rey in his Hawk jerseys.
I think
Rey in the he's in the Sacramento VC jersey. That's crazy.
That is wild. I will not accept that one. I am not taking that.
Did you know that there's a Carmelo Atlanta Hawks jersey?
Yeah.
There's only one made.
One.
I think that's where we at. with Rey. Respectfully,
bruh, what?
Ooh, respectfully,
I
love Rey, bro.
The last 2 weeks, he's been in like 4 matches. Like he had a match with KO, he had a match with Kofi.
VC was still dunking. Vince Carter was still dunking. He was cool.
Yeah, just because you've been in the match, don't mean you need to be in the match. But it just means you can work.
Okay, and the match with Xavier, but all those matches were like at least 20-ish minutes. Like he clearly still has gas in the tank. He's getting the stem cell research. Like his knees still work. He's not fumbling.
Hey.
There's not many botches. The last botch I remember seeing was like the Kofi Kingston one, and I don't even know whose fault that was technically. So it's like, what do you mean?
And when Penta botched, who was there?
When did Penta botch? Did he botch tonight?
Yes.
Which part?
Who was trying to kick him out the ring?
Oh, you talking about when he maybe touched 2 feet? That might be Penta's fault, though.
We're both speaking Spanish, my nigga. I'm your hero.
It's not. What is speaking the same language? What does speaking the same language have to do with flying over the rope and then like being too carelessly to where your long ass might touch the fucking floor?
Because I'm calling the match.
Right.
Hey, you're gonna go over. Make sure you don't hit make sure you don't hit. You're not supposed to be out.
Right, but that's not Ray's fault if this motherfucker puts too much dip on his chip and then like do a Power Ranger flip and touch the fucking floor.
Do we put the fault at the feet of the quarterback when they throw an interception? If you're calling the match, if you are calling the match, because he was that first until probably I would say actually I don't know till when, I'm not gonna guess because I was watching but I wasn't watching that intently. But you could tell like the first like 8 to 9 people Ray was like calling and pointing shit out, especially shit with Penta. He was trying to ease him into that's why he came out to 2. He was trying to ease him into this shit. Hey, it's me and you. We're going to do this spot here. We're going to do this here, et cetera, et cetera. But the last point I wanted to make about Ray is Tiger Woods is still golfing. But he ain't won in a long time. That's all I'm going to say. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Sometimes you don't know when the game left you.
Hey, listen.
This is the second hardest I've ever disagreed with you on this show. I cannot disagree with you enough right now. Because Ray still has it. Like Ray still looks like when he first fucking debuted. Something.
He has something.
The nigga's like 52 doing all this cool ass crazy shit that none of us can do.
You right.
Bruh. Okay.
You're right.
What you said,
but when he was in there with the young niggas, you could see there was a difference in pop, and I'm not talking about the crowd reaction. I'm talking about and how he was moving. There's a vast difference.
Ray has been very heavily showcased this last month and a half on both shows. He is
tired. He needs a break. You're speaking my language, my nigga. Old.
He has not done anything that show that says he should be retiring right now. I don't understand.
Would you rather your Grace go out on top, or would you rather him look like Ric Flair?
Ray still looks amazing. That's the whole reason why he's wrestling. He still looks amazing.
I'm just saying, he's taking minutes from people who could possibly use those minutes. It was Dragon Lee. He needs those minutes, and he's gonna come back and get those minutes. But like,
he just had a baby, and he's the speed champion. Dragon Lee's fine.
Hey. Even Kobe body broke down and he had to call it quits. Just saying, sometimes you be hooping forever. A nigga hoop for 20, 22 years. The only person who beat him, this ain't a sports thing. But all I'm saying is sometimes you gotta call it.
Once he looks gassed, like he can't run, like how Strowman did in that Fatu match or anything like that, then sure. But he has not given us anything that be like, oh, he's gassed, he's washed, he should give it up. He's not given us anything like that.
Watch more closely next time, man.
Watch more closely.
Look, 619 looking like a 1-800.
J.G. Whitworth, 877 cash.
I got nothing for that.
Hey, you ain't gonna say my nigga got life alert. You say my nigga fell down and had to call life alert? You ain't right.
Oh fuck! That was good. I don't know where I pulled that one from. That's hilarious though. Anywho,
you said 1-800
to keep the shit going, right? Joe Hendry appeared, so we saw Joe Hendry. He got a huge pop. Came out with the TNA Championship. That shit was fucking dope. Pants got a little too big for his britches because he went after Roman, and you see how that went. I guess
that was dope.
Over that too. Roman did come out early. Roman came out like 16, which I was like, damn, he out here.
Yeah,
mad
I think it was 14 because I want to say Hendry was 15.
Okay, yeah.
That's how I knew he wasn't winning.
Honestly,
he came out.
Honestly, I wanted Roman out earlier.
He was definitely Final Four. There's no way.
He could be Final Four. He could have came out earlier. I wanted him out earlier so that we could have multiple moments where it's like,
I thought you meant out of the
No.
ring?
I wanted him out in the match earlier. If I was booking it, I would have had that nigga out at 1. You the tribal chief. You ran this shit for 5 years. You come out first. Show me you want this shit back.
No, that nigga not doing those 60 minutes.
Hey,
he ain't about to. Nope.
He ain't about to work for another fucking 3 months. He can do 60
watch
minutes.
Your tone. Watch your tone.
You saw the aura when that nigga came out. He ain't got to. Every finger in that motherfucking place was up.
My finger was up too. Pause. But
I stood up too. That was funny when he came out.
Okay, that's a different type of glow.
That's crazy.
You actually
how standing up. That's crazy, bro.
Hold on. My girl was doing her makeup and she came out the bathroom and put her ones up too. You know what I'm saying? So respect it. I respect your
I respect her. I don't respect you.
They told this nigga
you was sitting down and you stood up. You in your home.
That's crazy.
you
your home.
Nobody can see you. Honestly, you didn't even need to tell us that.
But just to add some fun to the pod.
But
Roman cleaned up. He cleaned up. He cleaned up like a couple bodies out there. He was going. He was working for sure.
He was
like
working.
Spear
and
toss. Spear toss.
Yeah, and then speaking of the Joe Hendry spot, like one of the reasons I wanted Roman to come out early, besides just like having like cool like face off moments, is that like I was like, oh, I want Roman to like, work with other people, but he also still did that. Like he gave Braun a sexy ass spear. Like he let Braun spear the fuck out of him, and that's it. That's his move. You know what I'm saying? Like that's his move. You know what I'm saying? And he let you get your shit off, and you the young dog. It was the big dog versus the dog. The tribal chief versus fuck. Shit was fire.
Speaking of spears, we skipped over it because we got into the Carmelo thing, but speed.
Oh,
like,
woo!
Hey, that boy got set up
because we skipped. Listen, wow. First of all, to want to take that bump. 2, to have the trust of Triple H and everybody else that's back there that, clearly he had to sign some sort of waiver. That's 1. But that you're not going to fuck the spot up. We're going to give you a spot in one of our most heralded programs. You're going to come out. He came out. That shit was fire, bro.
It was clean. It was clean.
Fire.
And he got a really good ass pop. I mean, obviously.
Did he get an elimination? Didn't he help eliminate?
He helped him and Braun eliminated Otis. So, he helped eliminate Otis.
And Otis flipped his ass over the table.
And Braun,
tossed that nigga. Yep.
But
so he can go down. Yeah. He can go down as one of the young niggas that got. There's no other streamer right now. So shout out to him. There's no other streamer that could say they got an elimination in the Royal Rumble.
No.
And I didn't. No. I forgot to check because I was trying to check both of their streams, so Kai's and Speed's. But when Kai was streaming, he had over 125,000 people watching while he was streaming. So I didn't get to check Ishowspeed's, but
I think iShow is higher in the sense that granted, like, I feel like they're the 2 top, at least black streamers,
Speed
but I think streamers, I think Speed is higher because he has a whole football connection, like EB in Argentina and all sorts of I think he's way more international. So like when it comes to WWE, like this was a good move on both their parts. Because if you're trying to get the Zoomers, you got 2 of the best. Like if they wanted a white dude, they could have got Aiden Ross. They could have got a ninja, but like no, they got. Well, yeah, and you have Logan. He's not a streamer anymore, but you have Logan.
You don't need to cover that. Like, it was smart. As soon as he got eliminated or got speared, it was already up on ESPN. Like, it was, it's up, bro. It was gone. Like, WWE's leaning into the social media. I think we talked about it before, but like they're leaning into those kind of acts. Like, for good or bad, it's just what it is. They have a lot of fucking eyes.
Yep, that's where the young generation is at. That's how you pull them in. Yep.
That's how you stay tapped into like the young fucking way. But it also can bite you in the ass though too.
It can.
So you have to be careful.
Yeah.
But so far it hasn't because neither this is Speed's second time coming up because he took an RKO at last Mania. So
that shit fucked him up too.
He can take bumps.
No. He can't take them properly. He can take the hit. No, he can take the. He been fucking himself up, bro. Like if you look at the way.
Are you looking at this nigga's doctor report or something? Like, what do you mean?
No. That nigga was fucked up off that RKO, and he got fucked up off this spear. Like, he's
sign this waiver. We are not liable for any injuries.
He's an athlete.
Or anything you may sustain.
Get that man in the PC.
Yeah, no, he honestly, like, if he really wanted to, he could. He's really freakishly fucking athletic. As nerdy as he is, or cringe, whatever you guys feel, like, whatever people feel about him, like, he's athletic as fuck. Like, he jumps over speeding cars. He could just do a backflip, just randomly, anytime he wants. Like, I've seen it a billion times. I don't watch his shit, but anytime it's on my timeline, I see it, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, but yeah, no, I mean, it was good shit.
It was a cool spot. I enjoyed it.
No, yeah, it was really cool, actually. And I mean, as far as the risk versus reward aspect goes, so far the reward has been well worth the risk, because they're not pulling a LeVar. What's that?
Ball?
Yeah, where they saying nigga on national TV.
Beat that nigga ass.
Like in both Kai and Speed can be, sometimes crazy a little bit or whatever, but like they
know how to control.
They have a PR team.
Where they
have a PR
team. But both of them are very professional to where they've been in different spaces. They know which part of them to be in these spaces.
But that's because they have a PR team now. Because there was a point in time where Speed didn't, and he was wilding when he was like. They both have a PR team. They're not going to try to lose a bat, like, especially this kind of bag. Nah, you ain't going doing something stupid. Nah.
And this is where I'm gonna say this. This is where you have to give Logan Paul.
It's all him.
Because there's no way he didn't talk to them about that. There's no way he wouldn't have pitched or brought them up if they weren't going to be certified by somebody that WWE trusts. So as much as we talk shit about Logan from the standpoint of like the human that he is, or whatever the case, or however we may feel, like
it's
he did what the fuck he was supposed to do.
I will slightly agree with you, because as far as I know, I don't see him interact with both of those particular two people that much. So I'm not going to assume
Speed
a lot. So I'm not going to assume he's like super talk to them, but I'm assuming he did also. So
but it's like,
what I'm trying to say is, I'm not going to give him super credit. I'm going to give him some, but I don't know how much he's like actually really talking to them. Because as far as I'm concerned, he's mostly a KSI guy and all this other stuff. So,
but they've all done content together. So it's like Logan goes with KSI, and then he brings in Speed. Speed talks to Kai. It's like it's a whole network,
right? But again, that doesn't make you best friends. Otherwise, we would see RDC or something at this point. That's all I'm saying. Like, all I'm saying is he can have credit. I'm not going to give him all the credit in the world, because we don't know how much he's talking to you. Like, he doesn't work with black people that much, as far as I'm concerned, as far as what I've seen. So,
hey fellas, this is completely off topic, and Jay, if you want to edit this out, that's fine. But make sure your pockets is right, because Beyonce just announced a tour. So
yeah, my wife just texted me about that.
Yeah. So put the kind of gonna put on hold, huh? No,
it's already happening. It's the rest of my life being put on hold afterwards.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna finish this off real quick. I got some speed ones. Finn's music is awful. I don't know what the fuck
It's a new Judgment Day music.
It's terrible. If he's coming out individual, just solo, give him back his shit, bro. Cause I want to recognize my boy Finn. That shit just no.
You want to talk about somebody that need to win? God damn.
AJ Styles returns. AJ's back.
Yes, AJ's back, and they gave him his music back. Super happy about that.
Yes, that was
because that other shit was not hitting.
Yeah,
no. Braun Strowman comes in, eliminates Jacob Fatu. He gets his lick back.
Great. Yep, tell that story.
And Jacob Fatu took it as normal as possible. Tore some shit up and left. I thought he was going to go and like pull people out. I thought like it was going to be some crazy aftermath. He actually handled that very mildly. Very mild, Jacob Fatu. So,
nigga, wait, did we watch the same thing? The nigga threw the announcer chair in the ring.
Yeah, but he didn't sabotage nobody else's like moment in the ring.
But, yeah, you're not wrong. But have you seen a chair get thrown in the ring?
Nah,
not during the Rumble.
Never seen that before. Never.
Yeah, not during the Rumble. No.
And before that. I mean, there were so many cool moments with this,
and it exploded on contact.
Yeah, there were so many cool moments in the show because like we had the whole Seth and Roman moment for a second, and that was before Fatu even got eliminated. I mean, there was the moment when it was just Cena, Drew, Roman, and Punk, and then Seth came out, and I was like, "Oh, we cooking now."
That's right after that.
Like there was
Cena was 23,
a lot of good moments.
Punk was 24,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's like Roman or Seth came out, and I'm like, "Oh, this is it. This is what you pay to see."
Yeah, that was awesome.
And to stop it right here because they all are tied together. Like, here's the thing that I watched when Seth and Roman were doing their thing where like who's about to get eliminated. I know first of all, you two niggas was like,
there was instant text messages.
Yeah,
and screenshots.
I know you two niggas was on. I was watching like, whoever gets eliminated here first, it's about to be up,
bro. I was about to go the fuck off, bro.
I was waiting for it, and y'all lucky that this motherfucker Punk came up and eliminated both you motherfuckers. It was the perfect chess piece ever, bro.
Yeah, no, it was.
So here's the thing, right? So I got it clocked in my phone because I text y'all like, hey, I could record tonight, blah, blah, blah. And then I get a text from him saying, y'all not seeing Kev anymore. And then I text him back at 7:13 and I said, I need these niggas to touch. And then this was the photo. And I said, talk to me, what's happening? And then he goes to say, what's up? Your Chief just got stomped on twice.
Yo, look,
hey,
nigga, I was watching. I was like, oh, this is nobody could have won this one because if Roman tossed this nigga Seth out, it was up. If Seth tossed this nigga Roman out, it was up. It was going to be up by any means on this fucking pod.
He would have got a knock at this.
But Seth and I needed it because when Roman last saw Seth, what happened? He got a chair to his back. He needed that comeuppance, and what happened was he got stomped out twice. Once on the stairs, nigga.
And eliminate these niggas. They fucking ego.
Yeah.
No, y'all egos, bro. It's the craziest fire water shit I've ever seen in my life. Like,
they love
avoid each other. It's like
they love each other, bro.
Y'all are synonymously with tied to each other. It's like
Goku and Vegeta versus Broly. Like CM Punk is kind of like the Broly in almost, where it's like it's like team up and just beat this nigga's ass real quick.
It's crazy. I was like, I in my notes, niggas said, these niggas' egos gonna get them eliminated. Yeah. And that's exactly what the fuck happened. And then Punk gets out and gets eliminated. And I'm sitting here
that was a shock.
That I was cool. I did not want Punk to win. After that, I was like, I'm cool.
I thought Punk
Are you saying that with a CM Punk hoodie on?
Yes, nigga, he don't need it.
Oh.
He doesn't need it, but
he don't need it.
He doesn't need it. I thought he was going to win, and I honestly thought it would have been a better win than Jey.
Nigga, what? Okay, wait, hold on. Before we get too far away, I just want to bring something back so I can reiterate a point, and then we can jump right back. Does anyone remember what Michael Cole said when Roman was staring at Seth and then they had their face off?
I remember him saying something about the Shield being back together. That was before the exact face off because they both did a move to somebody. And then
what did he say before that?
I don't remember.
I don't remember him saying much about the Shield being back together. That could be my bias in the situation of me trying to prove a point.
No, he made a reference to the Shield because like both Seth and Roman, they hit somebody. I don't know if they hit the same person, but they both did simultaneous moves. And Cole was like, the Shield is they look back together, and then that's when they had the face off, and I was like, oh shit,
okay, but then. What did he say during the face-off?
I mean, that part I don't know. I didn't take notes on. I don't know.
Oh, he said a version of these two are tied together because of the chair that Seth put in Roman's back, and then the chair that Roman put in Seth's back in WrestleMania 40. So I just wanted to bring that back up because we you specifically talked about your anger and them trying to retcon something. When I told you this is the story that they're trying to tell. So when these two niggas touch, when we finally get what we're supposed to get again, and we can have an actual definitive winner and loser,
Well, I mean,
that'd be the point. I already know what you're gonna say.
Seth is like 3-1.
Seth 1-1. Yeah. So who cares, nigga? Seth ain't never held a belt long as a tribal chief, my nigga.
He's never been the favorite.
I mean, according to Punk, he has been the favorite, but Seth does what he does.
Okay. Funny that you put that guy in there because he's intertwined with all motherfuckers too.
Yeah, and so
there's going to be a triple threat. There's going to be a triple threat at some point between the three of them individuals.
Maybe,
and it's money.
Yeah. Maybe we'll see.
I don't want it. Though.
It depends on how much shelf life Punk has, and I mean that. I mean that respectfully.
Respectfully,
yeah.
Like, but what's going to happen here? Punk attacked both. Punk was in the face of Paul Heyman. You know, like he was attacking Seth. Like he's intertwined right now. Neither one of them is going to let that shit go. So, what are we going to do here?
I don't know. Because the way okay, so for context, Roman and Seth try to eliminate each other. Punk eliminates both of them, like you said. Then Logan Paul eliminates Punk, which honestly that's kind of karma for Punk talking shit about KO, saying I never lost to Logan. Then Seth gives Roman 2 stomps, essentially. He gives him a stomp on the mat and then a stomp on the stairs. Shit was fire. Then
the one on the mat was stiff.
Yeah, no, the one on the mat was stiff as fuck. He deserved it though. But then Punk and Seth started attacking, which that was a 50-50 fight, which was kind of bullshit. But Seth walks away, and then that's when Punk goes back to he starts yelling at Heyman and the Roman.
Why your boy always walking away from Punk? I don't like that shit.
I mean, he well, no way
because he don't really want to scrap. That's why he don't really want to stand here.
Okay, so this thing is hating. The security guards and the agents pushed him away, so he said, "F it, I'm gonna go home. Fuck it."
He got smoke for everybody else but Punk.
What do you mean? Crazy. He gave Punk 2 GTSs and a stomp and two pedigrees. I don't want to hear that.
And still lost.
Didn't that nigga lose on Raw too? You walked away from the nigga that.
Okay, y'all talk about the same day. Don't make it seem like you talk about 2 different things. It's the same day. He took. He still lost. He took the loss.
Ref and got like, what? Hey, what's up, yo?
That's because Punk is a cheater. You shouldn't attack the ref. Honestly,
boy,
Seth could have just
Roman's ass.
Could have just
DQ'd him. Come around
because they tied. You didn't just hear what DT said. They tied forever. They get the chair. The chair. It's the it's the what they say in it's the canon event, nigga. What you mean? The chair. They tied together. They forever in sync. Just like me and DT.
Soul ties. Crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
I need them to go. I need them to go. If I'm not gonna get Rock and Roman, go ahead. I need Roman and Seth, bro.
Oh, okay. Speaking of that, before we end this whole thing, no Solo.
Okay,
yeah, no, that nigga walked off. He's out.
Right.
He's gonna be back though.
At 30, I was like, "Oh, Solo's gonna be out here," because I thought Solo would be. But
I knew
it
was
fucking Logan Paul, which is get that nigga off my screen. But crazy. No Solo to get his retribution back. Like Solo gonna come back and get his lick back.
Well, that's the thing. So before he lost the Ulafala, he said, like, if I lose it, I gotta acknowledge the tribal chief. And then, fast forward, he left.
I'll quit before I acknowledge.
He left Fatu.
I'll quit.
So like when I commented like no Solo, and then someone was like no, blah blah blah, and I was like, well, I feel like it would be a cool moment to have him in there, so that you can have a moment to where like he has to choose between Jacob and Roman, or you like there was at least a couple cinematic moments that you could have had if Solo was in there. So not having him in there was kind of interesting. I mean, there was no Tama either, actually. Now that we talk about it, yeah. I mean, this Rumble had no like fucking New Day wasn't in there, and Kofi's known for Rumble moments and whatever. Like this Rumble had no quote unquote scrubs or anything like that.
Why would y'all been booing me and saying New Day sucks for the last 2 months? Why would I give y'all a Royal Rumble moment? Why would I do that?
So Kofi could win and beat the paper champion Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, but them niggas would have went. Them niggas would have wanted Big E to pop out by seeing Kofi and them. They they would have assumed that like E would have came out.
People were assuming AJ Lee was going to come out, and then what happened?
Yeah, but it's different.
You don't do that. Yeah.
Especially because like we seen E on TV. E was in the ring. E got fucking put out. Like there's a story tied with E right now. There's no story tied with AJ. You just kind of want to see AJ.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So wait. Okay. So you're saying it's okay to? No. Okay. Fine. Yeah. I guess. I mean, I think that's a reach to like at least not have one of them. But also, this was a very star-studded Rumble, so there wasn't that much space. But like,
no NXT men though.
No, yeah, exactly. No NXT men. There was a TNA guy, but we didn't get it.
Interesting.
It was
no
interesting.
Trick, no Oba.
Because Trick, Oba, and
the
Ethan would have been really.
The ruler would have.
Yeah.
What?
Oh my. Oh yeah. Obafemi.
Yeah.
Obafemi and Fatu. Ooh.
That would have popped.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that would have popped.
Okay.
I'm from the streets. I am the ruler.
So the final three was Logan, Jey, John Cena. Logan gets eliminated by Jey, I think. Final two was Cena versus Jey. Now, I believe this is the point where Hero wants to say something because we asked this question. I think it was last episode too, which is fucking nuts. And the question was there any chance that Jey Uso was going to win the Rumble? And we was like, fuck no. There was just no way possible, bro.
I did not
Absolutely
see it.
no way.
No.
Did I say no too? Was I on the last?
You weren't on the last one.
I wasn't on the last episode.
Yeah.
I'm tweaking.
But we did talk about Jey being a possible world champion, and I was like,
and y'all said down the line, and
Loner said sooner than I did. I was like maybe 2026, early 2026, just because there were so many other people.
Year.
It has to be this year. That's where I'm going to for sure eat crow. It has to be this year. He's too over. He's lost way too many championship matches. He's already lost like 7 if you include everything from the beginning of the whole Bloodline saga from 2020. He's lost like 7 championship matches. So yeah, it has to happen this year.
So it's gonna be so sweet.
So I will eat.
It's gonna be so
I'll eat that crow. I will.
And we should have known. Based off his final two, because Cena's not coming in to take somebody's moment.
Well, based on
Cena's game.
No. He said that.
Yeah.
In the I almost said post game, but in the post match thing, he said that.
And he said it before.
Cena
he said that
literally
before multiple times too.
I have to earn it.
Yeah, even before the scrum, he said the same thing. So like when it was those final two, then I was like, ah, shit, okay. That's when it clicked with me, because I was still like, even when there was those final two, I was like, it's still not going to be Cena. It's too easy for like as easy as it was to like predict Charlotte, it would have been too easy to also do Cena. Mm-hmm. Like if we're going to get that 17th, even if we don't get that 17th championship, like you still want to give us the same kind of feel that we had with Cody, or not we, because not DD, but the same people, the same reason like most people had with Cody, where it's like we want to finally see him win the big one, so you got to give him that adversity. So if he won the Rumble, it wouldn't have made sense. Also, like in that show, like there was the Elimination Chamber that they showed a commercial for. He was all in that commercial, and I'm like, there's no way he's going to win it if he's all through this commercial. He was like the whole main focus of that commercial. So I was like, all right, it's not going to be Cena. So when it was those final two, that's when it finally clicked. I was like, all right, I got to eat this crow. It's going to be Jey. I still think Punk would have been a better choice, only because of the storyline, but I have to trust Hunter or just let it play out.
He don't need it. He got the favor. That's why I didn't have him winning.
Right, but
he literally has the favor.
But if Heyman has the pool to just make a championship match, then he could do that with Roman, who's a former 4-year title contender.
The fans wouldn't like that. The fans would not like that.
I understand.
If that nigga Paul Heyman just came out and was like, sorry, we're going to do this. They'd be like, oh, this is bullshit.
Right. Well, it's not.
It wouldn't matter if Roman is a face or not. Like,
it's not a prediction. It's a spoiler. No, you are correct. But it's in kayfabe wise, if I can do this for my actual client and I do this for someone who's not my client, then theoretically, kayfabe wise, you should be able to do it for your client. So that's why I was like, that's why my math was like, it's not going to be that, if that makes any sense. But also what you said makes sense too. Because people like even this last week with the banner, like people still kind of groan when it was like Roman's going to win the Rumble. Like people still groan with like people still pop. We love the OTC, just people don't want to see him have a title reign unless it's DT or O'Shea. But
that's hate.
Yeah, but Jey winning, it's dope. The whole crowd, the whole sold out arena yeeting is dope. But the same way that I feel like Punk doesn't need it, I feel like Jey also doesn't necessarily need it in the sense to we're gonna get Punk.
Oh, he absolutely needed it.
Did he have to win the Rumble to get Jey? We're gonna get Jey and Gunther 3.
Gunther, that's my issue. That's my issue though. Is that like we done ran through so many versions of Jey versus Gunther.
Hold up. Yes, you are right. But if you paid attention to the way that Gunther looked at Jey at the end of the match on Saturday Night Main Event, he literally looked like he was surprised that he had to do 2 power bombs and that he skated out of there with his life in that match. And then that the next night, the next time we seen Jey, he said, "Y'all, I know I can beat him." It's the same thing that Damian Priest spoke to back when he was like, if someone keeps coming at you, you fold. Like it's that same thing.
The same story they told like Sammy too.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Yeah, he has the same. I don't want to use the word, but he has the same like
a tell
chink in his armor is what it's called. Like there's a weak spot in Gunther's armor. If you keep coming at him, he folds because he's like, I'm beating the shit out of him, and there's nothing that like they just keep coming.
If I can,
so that was.
If I can paraphrase, I'm gonna fuck it up, but it's what happened in Endgame, where or was it Infinity? No, it's what happened in Endgame, I think.
Where he was like, we only got one.
No, where it was like Thor was like, I'm gonna fight Thanos, and Rocket was like, you already fought him. He's like, yeah, but he never fought me twice. You know,
yeah.
He's like, yeah, but he never fought me twice. You know, like so. I know.
Jason Statham as Thor.
Yeah, that was my. Oh man.
Okay.
Odin's son.
Yeah, he's about to
Odin's son.
Loki. Open the door. Let this nigga close the door.
That's my fault.
I'm not going to do Jason Statham because I can't. Because that was a real Jason Statham. I can't do that.
Jesus Christ.
Oh God.
Before we talked about it right now, you kind of like explained like, you know, the weakness in Gunther was, you know, multiple times of like, you know, fighting him and whatnot. It's like people learn his moves. Like if he fights you one time, it's like, oh shit, he's overwhelming me. But the more you fight him and we learn how you operate, you become weaker. And it's also crazy because that means that people have been testing Gunther multiple times.
Yeah.
Like they've been like, you know that you pussy. I'm gonna keep coming after you. Like
sometimes you gotta bully the bully.
And that's what it looks like.
Yeah. If you've ever had a bully, that time you finally step up to the nigga and you punch him in the nose and water his eyes, then he's like, oh shit, I got hit in the nose.
I can beat him.
Yeah.
I get it. After when I first seen it, I was like, oh, he's just gonna go for Gunther, and motherfucker said it like after the match. Like they were like, oh, he's like, oh, I'm coming after the world heavyweight. It wasn't even a thought. And rightfully so, because I'm not challenging Cody. Like
no, it wouldn't make any sense. As far as dividing the flank, as far as overnet, those two big, no, it wouldn't make any sense. So yeah,
if you get a chance, just go look at that match at the end of that match and look at the way that Gunther was looking at Jey and holding his title, the way he was holding the title and looking at Jey after he had to do 2 power bombs and slap the shit out of Jey's chest, bro. I'm telling you, like that was the telltale sign.
And
like he right there.
And you're not wrong, but he also did that with Jey during the IC title. Like Jey was the first person he was like, hey, he had me work for it. And then fast forward, he beats Gable like 3 times and he finally loses to Sammy. So it's like, you're not wrong. I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like Jey could have won the chamber. I'm not upset with this win at all. I just feel like Jey could have won the chamber. I feel like there could have been a different route to get Gunther J3. Also, I personally don't want Gunther J3, but that's also me. I love Jey, just don't think he's that great of a worker. He's going to win this title. I am going to be happy for him. I'm going to pop, but I will be on record right now. It doesn't need to be long. He needs at least lose that shit by SummerSlam.
Damn.
My fault. Well, here's the thing. Even when I said it, I was like, even if he only has, it's gonna sound fucked up, but even if he only has the belt for a week or 2 weeks or whatever the case, a month, like you got it. Like if you take out The Rock, you take out not even his dad. You take out The Rock and you take out Roman, and Yokozuna. There are no other world champions in your family.
Yeah.
This whole 5-year build, which is something I also wanted to tap on, but this whole the first 5 years of the bloodline, they were building Jey up the whole time. He was being built up the whole time till what was it, 3 years in, or a year in? They were calling him Main Event.
I mean, they were calling him Main Event
after the year, right? The first year.
It was after the Hell in a Cell match with him and Roman. Yeah. Before Jamie even returned, he was Main Event Jey because Roman made him main event every fucking night to beat his ops. But no, you're right. It's very similar to Guardians of the Galaxy as far as the MCU goes. You find out in the third Guardians of the Galaxy, this whole storyline was really about Rocket. It was not. It wasn't about Star-Lord, even though Star-Lord is the quote unquote protagonist and everything was forefront. When you watch Guardians of the Galaxy and you're in the third act, you're like, oh, this whole 3 movies was really about Rocket. It wasn't about Star-Lord. So
which is why that was the best movie.
So when you said that. Guardians of the Galaxy, 3 is amazing.
I've heard 3's emotional.
Twice.
Oh no, I cried. I cried. Yeah, I cried.
Yeah.
So you saying that, I'm like, okay, I see that. I can make those comparisons. This. Ever since pandemic, it was about Roman and it was about seeing him go to this next level, but underneath, under our eyes and over our heads, this was really also building up Jey. And
this is why that motherfucker sat there and said, we can do this forever.
Yeah.
I got another 2 years. They're like, this is just game 1. I got an easy 2 years where I can keep running. And that's just him. That's not talking about Jey, Jimmy, Solo, Jacob. He's... And
I'm glad that you said it so I don't sound like the fucking bloodline dick rider. But literally, that's
he's
why...
not lying, bro. They could.
That's why I said Roman is the GOAT. Everybody is orbiting him, and he's lit like a rising tide lifts all ships. He even talked about his influence with Sammy, and Sammy being he just talked about it. I listened to it on Busted Open and someplace else. And the place that Sammy is at, the reason why Sammy is there is because of how Roman treated him. And then right when they got to Elimination Chamber, I almost said in Quebec, Canada, Jesus Christ. But in Montreal, the whole, that whole city, country wanted him to win.
Videos were behind
and when
Sammy.
he lost, the whole area, that's when they knew. They were like, oh, wait, there's something here. And you saw people going, no, we need Sammy to win. We need Sammy to win. And he's been elevating the same thing. He's just been elevating the whole time.
I remember.
Look at Solo. Solo was there for, 3 years? And look where Solo is at now.
Yeah, I remember certain online personalities, I'll name drop one, Raj Giri, who I do like, but I remember certain people during that Sammy thing was oh, this is the time to finally Roman to finally drop it. That's how over that storyline or in that moment was. Because honestly, 2023 Royal Rumble, that ending when Sammy
was,
it's one of the best fucking Rumbles ever. In this Rumble tonight was absolutely amazing.
Absolutely.
But that Rumble, the storytelling with that and what it turned into, where it turns into the main event with Kevin and Sammy versus the Usos, and it spans out into all this other shit. And to piggyback off more, to glaze my tribal chief a little bit more, if you think about it, all these storylines tonight, or all the stuff that happened tonight in the Rumble, is still because of Roman. Everything, and everything literally orbit if it's not Roman, it's Cody, but it's mostly Roman. All of Drew's angst, all of Seth's angst, the Punk
CM
stuff,
Punk.
Jacob.
Jacob,
KO, Sammy, there's a lot of motherfuckers who hate him. And that's one of the reasons I wanted Roman to start early, so that you can have all these different one-offs and face-offs. Man, yeah, I fucked you over 2 years ago, my bad, whatever. But it he like the tribal chief, man. It still does.
Yeah.
Even though Cody is like the baby face and the current face or the current QB, it's still Roman. Like he is still you can have multiple faces of the company. Like you have Rhea, you have Roman, you have Cody, and then you can swap out Becky
the
and
gap is
else
so
if you
crazy
want.
With Roman, bro.
The gap is tremendous.
It's just insane. Like you can't make a better superstar to carry the era, especially into like, the whole Netflix and, the big money time. Like there's moments of this shit where it's like, damn, like, John Cena is great, but did he carry like this? And I don't know if it's too early for me to say that, but it's like, fuck, bro. Roman is like,
well, even John said it. Even John said it. That's why he would consider Roman the GOAT, because when John said when he was on top, it was about him. He didn't really elevate, and he said it. He spoke to it. He said, "You look at what Roman is doing. He's elevated 4 or 5 different talents. Like even now, look at Jimmy. Even now. So if you think about the people that were elevated, you got Jey, you got Sammy, you got Solo, and then now you got Jimmy. Now Jimmy's been hurt and he's been out and and like over the past 5 years or whatever. Had to be protected. They were in tags and stuff. But if you look at what they're trying to do with Jimmy now, they're trying to let Jimmy catch a wave too, because they see that Jey has a capability and he has a certain personality, and they know Jimmy has a certain personality. So, and Roman said it in an interview. He was like, everything revolves around me. All roads, he said, including Cody Rhodes, lead back to me.
It's true.
Like, he's a champion. He has to be a great champion because he beat me. Like, everything, he said it. Like, and it wasn't in like a arrogant or egotistical way. It was just factual. So
yeah,
a little bit of both. I'd say a little bit of both.
To get in closing and get out of here real quick. Since we know that Jay's going for Gunther, that opens up Cody.
More than likely.
We saw that, he had the promo with Punk and whatnot. We're assuming that Elimination Chamber will be, I guess you don't have to assume, Elimination Chamber will be for the WWE like championship spot. All signs points to that's going to be a stacked fucking Elimination Chamber, right? We're assuming that John Cena is a part of that, right? I'm assuming that Punk will be a part of that. So if stars are showing, maybe it's going to be Punk, Roman, Seth also a part of that. Maybe it's not a triple threat. Maybe they're inside the Elimination Chamber. Like Drew, like it's going to be a fucking jam-packed fucking Elimination Chamber, at least hopefully.
I can't see Roman and Seth and Punk all being in the Elimination
Neither do
Chamber.
I.
That's 3
Somebody
people,
would have to
6
get
spots.
like
they were all in the Rumble, so who knows? I would just say,
and that's the thing.
I would just say let it play out.
It's a possibility though. Like I don't see it happening because I know how WWE operates. We're like, we don't put everybody in here. But shit, we said that Punk wouldn't do fucking 2 cell matches, and that nigga did that. So
shit, he said it. No,
anything's fucking possible.
Yeah.
Who do we want for Cody?
I don't know if there's enough time because Randy hasn't come back yet.
I think Randy.
And maybe I should just let go of holding on to age storylines. I think that's going to be my theme for 2025. But I thought Randy was going to come back at this Rumble or even in the match, because the ladder match is no DQ. So I thought Randy was coming.
Oh, that's right. I never said what I was going to. At first I thought Randy was going to show up, but then similar to what happened with the Profits, the way I was booking it in my mind, I was like, if I'm Randy, if I did show up, I low-key kind of want to help KO to win just so I could take it off of him. Or just don't show up at all, and you're going to fight whoever you want to fight anyway. But Randy's going to fight KO. I think we're going to get Cody and Randy at SummerSlam, which still gives plenty of time for all that shit to build.
Yeah.
So as of right now, to answer the question of best ops for Cody,
CM Punk.
I mean, based off this promo the last Monday, and also their Royal Rumble,
promo.
the Royal Rumble promo last year, which that promo was actually better than this promo this Monday. The Royal Rumble one last year was better as far as flow. They're both amazing. It doesn't matter which one's better. That's just my opinion. But they're both fucking amazing, and I think you have a lot of money in the tank or a lot of money for that. But also, there's still Roman and Punk. Like, what's making me conflicted about tonight, even though tonight was an amazing show, is that like there's still so many other talents that we have no idea what's going to happen. And I thought we would have those answers tonight, and we don't. So I'm like upset.
And I'm glad we don't.
But I'm like also excited. But I'm also like upset. Because it's giving me anxiety. Because it's like, what is Roman going to do? What the fuck is Seth going to do? What is Punk going to do? What is Drew going to do? What is like, you know? So it's like we know what probably Gunther is going to do, but like, yeah, what is Cody? Like, who's Cody going to face? There's a chance we can get a multi-man. Like I think I said it last week. Like, there's a chance we can get a triple threat with Cody and KO and Randy or something. I don't know. We'll see.
If based on what happened this past Monday and just me being petty. If I'm H and I'm WWE, and I think Jay already knows where I'm going because that's why he looked away, I'm going CM Punk and Cody at WrestleMania as the main event.
I can see that too, and I do that too.
I gotta do it.
Damn,
gotta do it. I'm gonna show you how much money I'm gonna show you how much money we can make in this motherfucker.
Shit, you don't need to. The motherfucker's already been shown. It's like
no, but when you got your opponent down. When you got your opponent down, you put your foot on it.
It's like
you let two of your biggest stars go for random
night two,
nothing
for nothing.
And I'm gonna show you what we do with both of them.
Shit, especially if they win too. Like if Punk win,
and they were in the same company for months, and they never had a face off. We had two face offs. This year, one last year, and they both been stellar,
fire,
absolutely stellar. Yeah. Look like. I don't know the views on YouTube, but look at I'm sure they're amazing. And the fact that they've never even had a face-off at the former company,
robbery.
It's you know it's
highway
telling.
Robbery.
It's telling. That's all you know.
And Cody can still be the face because Punk can be the heel and still be
Punk's
loved as
an anti-hero. Like he's always like he's not really a true heel. He's just him, and people just love who he is.
That shit is gonna feed generations, as they say.
Yeah, I think the easy answer is Punk. I think Roman and Seth are tied together in some way, shape, or form. I really want to see Solo get a push.
I think we're gonna get Solo and Fatu.
It's fucking Solo. Solo and Fatu would fucking be tight too, because I just think Solo needs one to be like, well, fuck the Ulufala. I'm just gonna go get this. Like,
he might just come fuck some. He might just come fuck some shit up for Roman, or maybe Fatu don't like that he dipped out on him.
Oh yeah.
Because if you're doing, maybe Fatu don't like that he dipped out on him. Because I'm off the leash now. I'm that raw uncut. So
I just need him like, yo,
you walked out on me,
fucking with me. Like Solo. I won't say he didn't get he had a great fucking run. I won't say he got a bad rap either because he didn't. It's just that people wanted you to fucking lose to Roman. So, like, you knew who you were going to lose to. But just got lost to him. Don't mean I'm going to lose to y'all.
Yeah.
Right. But is Solo going to be the first person to beat Fatu on a 1v1? I personally don't think so. If it happens, sure. But I do not think that's happening.
Nah. Then would you save that for Roman? Would you just save Roman versus Fatu? That way you can just get that shit over and done with.
You could, but is that a Mania match?
If you have him taking...
No, it's not a Mania match. But it's like... If we do Solo versus fucking Fatu, it just puts Solo even more behind. He just lost against Roman, and now he's gonna lose against Fatu. That man, he has no fucking push, no aura, no nothing.
You can't have Fatu losing to Roman and Solo back to back.
You can't.
Based on how you just lined it up, you can't have that either.
I feel like Solo is one of those talents to where, similar to a Miz or something, where like it's fine if he loses. Like he lost a lot before he became the Tribal Chief. And people on the internet was like upset about it, but like, like, were you really that upset, or were you just trying to like have some clickbait? Because people don't really like Solo like that.
I think there's too much energy put into like Solo. Like, there's a lot of story and production put into Solo right now to where like if he just goes on this losing streak, it's like, what was the?
He was on a losing streak before Mania, and then after that he became on a winning streak. So now he has the comeuppance, and now he has to deal with the fact that he brought these two delinquents in, and he can't control them anymore because he's not the Tribal Chief, and now he has to deal with that. and that's his story. And his story is going to be the comeuppance of like, I brought these two monsters in and I can't control them, and we'll see what happens.
Then he got to go acknowledge Roman, and Roman got to put him down.
I don't think he's going to put him down. What's the point? They already fought. The whole last match.
No.
Like them joining.
No, he got to put Fatu and Tama Tonga down.
If they're on the radar, Roman's current ambition is regaining the championship. He's already got the tribal chief, so like, why give a fuck about stranded islanders? Like, your goal is to get the belt.
Unless Solo you got to talk to Jimmy.
Nah, because of what we talked about, Roman not changing. If somebody acknowledges Roman as a tribal chief, it's his duty to, you know what I'm saying, do what he got to do, take care of his tribe.
Right, but Tama and Fatu aren't technically in the tribe.
No, but Solo is.
Right. But
you're saying that Solo has to deal with this comeuppance. If Solo can't take them out, you're saying then what does he do? He has to go do what he said he was supposed to do, which was acknowledge the tribal chief. And when you do that, then Roman will do something for you. And it could be Roman taking out Jacob Fatu. Depending on how they continue to build Fatu.
Because Fatu's out of here. I don't know if it's apparent, but you know,
they saying his last name, bro.
He's out, and it's going to be a quick build. Like, the fans are behind him. Something crazy right now.
Even today in the Rumble, when he was working them out, they were saying Fatu over and over again.
Yeah,
even in the Rumble, if you go back and listen, they was chanting his name.
I ain't never seen nobody get this much like heat so fucking fast. It's fucking crazy, bro.
That boy different. Yeah, he's different.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. That was our Rumble episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Like, it's a lot of great debates, a lot of fun jabs and shots in this one. Hopefully y'all enjoyed our banter. But we're gonna get out of here. Thank y'all for tuning in from, everywhere, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, Blue Sky, like X, wherever you at. Shout out to y'all. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.
Too sweet.
Happy Black History Month.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Big fact.
Yeah, I mean.